say.
Yeah, our biggest goal tonight is to get them out of the building still married. Even if you don't win the $800, but you leave here in the same car, you've won.
You've won.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep, if one of you's not Ubering home thinking about the shots the other one missed.
That's not.
And wow, we're already going.
We're going here. Oh my goodness. So on Championship Court, we have some of my favorite ladies to play with. I do play with them both often. So we have Steph, who is playing with Adam Wolf, Stefino, and then they are playing against Monica and Jared. I don't actually know.
Yep. Adam is Adam Wolf from Ludington. Ludington's most wanted.
Legendary in Ludington, I was told.
Jared's Lakeshore, Muskegon area. Monica lives in Grand Rapids, is from Holland. Stephanie is from also lives in Grand Rapids, but she's in Tokyo. Yeah.
Yeah. She just decided to leave the largest city in the world and come to Grand Rapids.
Well, pickleball is only just making its way over there, so she wanted to get ahead of it.
Yeah, she's smart girl.
Early lead here for Monica and Jared.
Yeah, they are going to expect them to come out swinging for sure.
They are the lower seed. Although, you know, I played with both of them a lot early on, and they did come out swinging. Now I think they've both gotten a lot better at slowing the game down. And as a result, I've seen them both on
I would agree.
medal stands a lot more. And it turns out all that advice that people tell you about don't just blast everything, you know what? It might work.
It might actually make a difference.
Maybe someday you and I will get there.
Nah.
Yeah,
What's the fun in that?
We're going to keep speeding things up. That is true.
If we get too good, they won't let us broadcast anymore. They'll make us play. So no one wants that, right?
Yeah, they're gonna try to keep us down so that we can stay on the mic.
Stay out. So Monica and Jared played their most recent tournament together. However, that was their first tournament together. So
That's right. And they got gold.
Yes. And so they were potentially sandbagging a little bit, but we won't throw them under the bus too much there.
Oh,
ooh, with the leg word. And Adam does put up the sorry hand. How nice of him. So
he may have.
Oh, and he's looking up here with a little yes.
That's because he knows that I make fun of his backhand, and he hit several good backhand dinks there.
Adam gets 10,000 extra steps in a game because he will run around every backhand.
That is true.
That's why he's in such good shape. If you want to stay in good shape, just run around
your backhand. Yes.
It's so funny story about Adam. When I first started playing pickleball, the very first time I went to the outdoor courts because I started indoor at MSA on gym floor, Ryan and I asked to play Nate and Adam, not knowing anything about them. And the response was, I guess we can play with you, but it's not going to be very fun.
Did he hit that shot? That's Ludington's most wanted, Adam Wolf.
And then I was also told he was Ludington royalty. If he shows up at the Ludington courts, everyone bows and kisses his feet. So, you know, this is the real deal. Just
saw that one out. Yeah.
All right.
Looks like we are going now on all the other courts. We started the action. So let's take you through each of these matchups. So in the right-hand corner, upper right, we have
court 2.
Court 2. That's an easier way to say it, maybe.
That's what I'm here for.
We have Erica Benting and Zach Chambers, the 1 seed.
Yes, number 1. And we did see Zach last week.
Yep. You got second.
Yep.
Against Catherine and Ben. We're going to say Bruninger. We're going to just say it different every time. Catherine and Ben. They are the 8th seed. And they were a late add to this, but I think, we've both played them a lot. They are not an easy team to play.
No, they're tough.
Ever.
They are very, I would say, unconventional. So it is scrappy. Yep. So it is a different play style than you're used to, and it works. They're very good at it.
And good athletes. Catherine was a college basketball player.
Yeah, really good basketball player, right? Maybe holds a record of some sort or something like that.
Is in the Valparaiso record books
that
in
is
basketball.
So cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and then so they are playing against Zach and Erica. I know Erica has been playing for quite some time, and she's a very, very good player. She loves mixed. That is her bread and butter. She is playing with a new paddle. I see she's playing with the Black Ace out there. I know she's always wanted a little bit more power.
I played against her last week, and she was playing with that and playing well with it.
Yeah,
Although,
that's awesome.
look, Catherine and Ben out to an early lead. I'm not surprised because I don't think Erica and Zach have played against them much. And like you said, a little bit unconventional and just a tough team to play against. They never really go away. I've seen them come back from down quite a bit. They
Oh, Erica throws in the lob.
that's normally not
I hate
what
that
you
shot.
want to do with Catherine, but
No,
it's
because
such a good lob.
she's so tall and lengthy.
So then on the other courts, court 3, we have Jenna Spears and Jaren Faltanowski. Jenna from the Holland Zealand area, Jaren Grand Haven. We also saw him last week.
Yes, we did. He was in the semis playing with. No, wait, he was in the finals too. He was
He
playing.
was in the finals. He
Yeah.
was playing with Zach.
Right, that's right.
And they are playing against Adeline Nelson and Jonathan Bulmer, Davenport tennis players.
Yes.
That's how they know each other. Jonathan's pretty new to pickleball.
He's
is he not?
very new, yeah.
But picked it up quickly.
Coming over from tennis for sure.
And then the other
last court would be Abby and Scott.
for Kike. And they're playing Sherry Sanford and Thomas Wolf, who are from the Kalamazoo area, came up to participate in this. They are the oldest mixed team here, but they will not be an easy out, I'll tell you that. They're very good players. They're up early on Scott and Abby.
And they gave us zero information.
They did. So we're
we will
gonna
be
make
making
up
up
things.
stories
Yes,
about
yes.
their story.
That's right. Did I say Kalamazoo? I meant Bismarck, North Dakota.
Flew in
They're
just for this.
Just for this, along with Whitney Houston for the national anthem. Last week we had Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, Chris
This week
didn't
we
return.
got Whitney somehow.
You know, we're just thriving out here. So those are our 4 courts. Like I said, we will be zooming in at different times for crucial points, but we'll try to watch in on some of the points here and keep you guys posted.
Yeah, I mean we already have Jared and Monica, who are the lower seed, up early, close game, 5-4, and we
Yeah.
have Catherine and Ben, who are our 8th seed, giving the 1 seed all they can handle at the moment.
And I will say, as championship court with, that was a very generous call by Adam.
He's given a couple.
I think
actually, yeah.
they're talking about that one,
Yeah.
but they have slowed the game down quite a bit here, sitting in a lot of dink battles, setting up some points, where Zach just drove it right into Catherine's chest, as I was saying. Think people slowing it down, but it happens
I
sometimes.
couldn't see what was happening. Did he catch her in a switch? I think he might
I
have.
think so.
Yep.
It was just chest high ball. She couldn't get out of the
again,
way.
But a great pickup by Ben on the first one.
Tried to
Get
hit
the second
that
one.
scorpion. Didn't quite get it down. So it looks like Adeline and Jonathan are up right now on Jenna and Jaren. So Adeline and Jonathan, I talked to them a little bit before this, and they said they haven't played in quite some time, but they are both very good players and are going to bring the power. And
They've both hit a lot of balls in some fashion in their
Yes.
life. They have, yes.
so they are excited to be out here and play. I think both of them are really looking for, they like to keep it fun. I know that's Adeline's main focus, is making sure she's still having fun when she's playing.
Yeah. And with them, I mean, I think you definitely want to slow the game down on them. So you saw there a good drop shot at Jonathan's backhand.
Yes. And Jonathan comes from our furthest location. He is from South Africa.
Was
So-
recruited here to play tennis, I would assume.
Yes. And so he actually likes Grand Rapids so much. I think he's added a couple extra degrees to his education so he can stay for a little bit longer.
Oh, Adam
Ooh,
taking a
wow,
lot of court there
Adam.
and then finishing that off.
And he took about 60% speed off of that
He
ball.
did.
I mean, Monica was expecting that to go 10 feet out, and it just dropped right in the corner. Oh, look, I have a boot buddy.
You do?
We'll have
Oh,
to
you do have a boot
we'll
buddy.
have to interview him later.
You two will have to go dink together on the small court here. Well, Zach and Erica have kind of gotten their stride now. They rattled
Oh,
off
10
6 in a
to three.
row.
Let's go into court 2 here and see if Ben can get a couple extra points for the Brenningers and catch back up here.
Well, there's
And
one.
there's one.
You're continuing where you left off last week with your clairvoyance. Can you tell me where I'll be in 5 years?
Happy, healthy, and playing pickleball.
That is, you're hedging your bet pretty well there. That sounds like a pretty safe. Vegas has low odds on that one. That is a safe bet.
And it looks like our screen here on court 5 might need to get
You guys
zoomed
get
out.
to see the magic of TV.
There we go. All right, so there is a side out, and Erica will serve for the first game point over here on game 2. And they will not get that one.
Good return by Catherine.
Yeah, that was a really nice one. So Zach will try for the second chance to win the first game here.
See, Jared catches Adam with that speed up. He tried to scorpion that, which is one of his signature shots. We also, Jenna and Jaren have caught up, make that 5-5. They spotted Adeline and Jonathan an early lead.
So Zach and Erica take away game 1. Zach had a beautiful backhand flick down the line there. And they will switch sides and start game 2 in a bit here. It looks like Scott and Abby are serving now, so they might be able to get a couple points over here against Tom and Sherry.
Big rip from Ab on her forehand side.
She's got a very strong forehand.
Former tennis player at Unity Christian in Hudsonville. One single, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
Really good defense on championship court if you're watching. What a point. And
that was a football anyway.
Yep.
He was getting called for that one by our referee, Bob, who is on championship court right now.
Grand Rapids legend, Bob Trout.
Superstar. But, wow, what a great point by all 4 of those players. And they are all tied up at 7-7 here in game 1. Let's go. We are zoomed in on championship court here. So I was texting with Steph a bit before. Ooh.
Oh, she does like to do that.
She loves the Ernie, and I was texting with her a bit yesterday, and she was saying they might try out the reverse stack to keep her backhand dink in the game and set herself up for an Ernie like that. So, but now they are regular stacking. So,
as we saw last week, you gotta the teams that won tried a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's true. So if you're just learning about
what a dig from Erica Penting on that court off of a lob. Her lobs are very on the money today, which I would think would be tough to do with a black ace. But if you got the touch with that thing, she seems to have dialed that in.
I think it's better than you think. Rye also has a really good lob with that.
Oh, and he plays with a black ace?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask you how you knew, but we'll no longer question that.
And you know who else does is Callan Dawson, who is also very good
Well,
at
I was
lobbing.
just going to not consider him to be in the same boat. But
all right.
Sherry and Thomas here with game points.
Oh.
What a shot by
Oh,
Abby.
and she's out
Got
of the
into
gate.
The net.
Shout out to All in Pickleball Gym for their body-saving nets, as I like to call them.
So they get the ball back at down 5-10, and we know from last week that getting to 10 sometimes a lot easier is the easy part.
Yeah.
And that last point,
Getting
for some
to
reason,
11
it gets
is the
real
hard
stingy.
And it looks like Adeline and Jonathan are also honing in here on court 3 to win the first game.
You announcer jinxed them.
Oh,
it's 7-9.
okay.
Got 2 points for that one.
That's a
Good
nice
shot.
little. She took some off of that dink. That was nice. Ooh, and a good little hands battle here on championship to put Monica and Jared at game point as well.
They are a tough team.
They are a tough team.
They can both do a little bit of everything.
They are some of the most athletic people that I've played against. Wow, good lead by Steph.
Announcer jinx again. We'll stop complimenting everybody for a moment.
Also a good lead.
Very well played by Monica there. Steph is very good at cross-court forehand dinking.
She is. Cross-court
Monica.
drops as well.
Yep, Monica played that very well.
And Steph does come from a volleyball background, and she has great defense. She will dig out those balls all day long. So that was good playing by Jared and Monica to take game 1 on championship court. We are back to see Jonathan and Adeline. Ooh, and Jared comes in with his favorite two-hand backhand. Gets them another point.
Good job by Jenna to handle Jonathan's drives there and set that up for Jared. I don't think that was a point. That was a side out.
Oh.
So, yep, they just got the serve back. Scott and Abby were able to get the serve back again, so they've held
defense,
multiple game
defense.
points here. Scott narrowly missed that drivey drop on his third.
And it does look like Adeline and Jonathan have the ball back, so they are going to try to close out game 1 if they can get it on Jonathan's serve here.
All kinds of good action going on here. Big point there by Sherry and
Sherry and Tamia as well. And I think they do it. So Adeline and Jonathan will take game 1 on court 3 against Sharon and Jenna. And, Tom and Sherry also take game 1 against Abby and Scott there.
Proving once again that in pickleball, age
is just a number.
Nothing but a number. Aaliyah loved pickleball. If anybody, big Aaliyah fan, she was one of the first people in on pickleball. And that's why that song is about pickleball.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I mean, you're too young to know Aaliyah. Okay. I'm dating myself. Any 90s babies that got my reference, put it in the chat.
Listen, age is a number, but I'm still young, okay? Okay, so we're going to zone in, and Erica and Zach had maybe a slightly slow start, but have just been rolling right now. So
showing why they're the 1 seed. They're going to be talking to the other teams that are in this. They are definitely viewed as the team to beat. And by the way, if a team loses, that doesn't mean they're done. They're out of the contention for the money, but they will continue playing for points because there will be an overall winner.
Yes. So you want to obviously try to win as many as you can. But, they will all the teams will stay in play. And after this first round of our quarterfinals, we will only stream the championship court, but there will be a separate stream for each individual court. So if you are looking for a player that is not playing on championship, you will be able to find their streams on different links.
Yep. And then we will stay focused here because this will go right into the quarters. And we will have those matches will take place separately. So we'll have each of the quarters after this. Semis.
It's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Well, I corrected you earlier, so we're 1 and 1.
All right. Who's keeping square, though? All right. So
Jen and Jaren out to an early lead, looking to force a game 3.
We love a game 3.
We love a game 3. Scott and Abby are up 1-0, so early on. They will force a game 3. And Steph and Adam are up early, so we have a lot of game 3 potentials here.
Let's go. I'm here for all the game 3s. Listen, I get to sleep in tomorrow. I'll be here all night. Ooh, and Monica
I also get to sleep in tomorrow.
Hits a nice corner shot past Steph's line there.
She played college tennis at Spring Arbor.
Yes, I think so.
So she can.
Ben hits a nice shot on Erica there. Nice little cross court down at her feet. And they will continue serving and see if they can tighten up the score here after an early lead. We do have Ray reffing on court 2, another GR legend.
It's Ray Zamora, but we call him Ray Ray. Ray Ray.
Raymond.
He brought chains and Flash into pickleball well before Lil Wayne got here.
But Lil Wayne is here.
He is here, now involved in pickleball. I promised I would work in a Wheezy reference tonight, so that's number 1.
And we have Steph in the splits per usual.
That is, yes. That
And
is
Jared hopping the corner and getting almost a Burt. So
Yep, Steph on the ground a lot.
like we said, volleyball player, very good at defense.
Ditched her winter hat, though.
She did. Wow, great
It's a
shot
good
by
shot.
Adam. Right on that line. Caught Monica stepping in just a little bit. Oh, and Zach and Erica are at serving on game or match point. They will have a side out, though. So Catherine and Ben, let's see if they can get a couple more points here and bring the game a little bit closer. We're at the curse of 10 once again.
We are, and typically speaking, Ben and Catherine do not, they're tough to put away.
They are. Oh, no. And a serve out of bounds there to give the side out back to Zach and Erica. And match point, number 1.
Good deep return there. I hear that in pickleball a lot, the importance of deep serves, deep returns. You see why there with the pressure they put on that third.
Oh, and Zach goes with the lob serve.
Oh, that is well
wow.
played. Couple of good gets.
Zach really moved Ben around on that
He did.
point
Ben
to
got
create
to
some
him,
space.
but able to put that away. So our 1 seed holds serve. Pat will be grabbing them in just a moment for an on-court interview. Find out their thoughts on
They're
what
moving on
went
to the
right.
semis.
Moving on to the semis. We'll see who will join them there in a moment.
So we will tune in to another court here a minute while we wait to interview Zach and
We'll
Erica.
tune in to all of them. That's the point of the volley zone.
So we have Adeline and Jonathan up just barely by 1 in game 2 here. We have Steph and Adam up to try to force a game 3. And it looks like Tom and Sherry are up in game 2.
So the way the screen is set up, too, is actually the way the bracket is set up. So the winners of the top 2 matches on the tops of your screen will play each other, and the winners of the 2 on the bottom will play each other.
Oh, fancy, fancy. Listen, this is quite a well-run operation, I tell you what.
I mean, yeah, we have green screen. We got Whitney Houston. We got... All right, let's go down now to court 2. Pickleball stand with Erica Benting and Zach Chambers.
Hi, I'm here with Zach and Erica. Congrats, both of you, on your first round win here. Looked like a little bit of a slow start, but you quickly found your rhythm. So what did it take there to get into the game?
I think we just needed to be smart with our shots. Instead of just placing them, we just hit them a little more. But we found our rhythm pretty good and finished out well.
Yeah, I saw a lot of amazing contact there, some great offense and defense. So what are you keeping in mind here as you continue into the semifinals here, Erica?
Stay out of Zach's way. It's my best skill.
All right, yeah, well, you heard it here. So thanks so much, and good luck to you guys in the next round.
Thank you.
Yeah. Back to the booth.
Thank you, Pat. We will see Erica and Zach again shortly. We may have a game 3 on championship court. They are awaiting the winner of that one.
I want to see if Erica lives up to her word and stays out of Zach's way.
She is pretty good at that so far. But she doesn't. Listen, she doesn't need to stay out of the way. She's a great player in her own right who should get in there and hit some balls.
Another lob run down by Steph. So good, and that energy.
Adam puts it back.
That great rundown gets them the point. So way to stay in that one, Steph and Adam, and getting closer to a game 3 out there. Let's see
And Jenna and Jaron, the Double J Ranch team, they are also looking to force the game 3 here and making good progress.
Oh, nice shot by Jared, and Steph almost gets paddle or gets that back, but not quite.
Is Jared our early best dressed candidate here for whatever print he's got going on, or do you have a different thought?
No, I think so. Jared's usually got some good style on. That's why we keep him around.
He cut his hair, though.
He did.
I mean, our boy's growing up in front of our eyes, but I kind of like the long hair look.
I think he like tried to match his paddle, which I'm here for.
Oh,
His
yeah.
the new volcanic rock Revlin
You
paddle.
think his shirt is made out of volcanic material also?
I can only hope. So we are back on court 3, where Jaren and Jenna are serving to force a game 3.
There we go. Team Lakeshore, sponsored by Russ's.
Also Team Revlin.
Also Team Revlin. They love our sponsorships.
And just like that.
And as we saw last week, when Jaren decides he wants to take over a match, he's fully capable.
He absolutely is. And this is serving for game point. Oh, and
that drop a little high to Adeline's forehand side. That is not recommended to put him up high on
that
her
isn't
forehand.
my favorite spot to hit to her.
That's it's your favorite spot to hit to her?
Only if I want to work on defense.
Yeah. Sometimes, in rec games, you're supposed to do that.
All right. So Adeline and Jonathan do get the side out and are still in it to try to close it out in 2, but we will see how that one turns out.
Still waiting to see. Really want a pretzel shot out of Scott Verkijk. he put it on his sheet and he set the expectation.
Yeah,
so I'm excited
we
about
expect great things. Oh, wow.
Some great defense.
Great
there.
defense. And it looks like Scott and Abby have actually taken a lead on Tom and Sherry to potentially force another game 3 out here.
I'm not that surprised by this because Scott and Abby in particular has not been playing as much recently. I think it just took her a game to get
Warmed back
settled
up.
in, and the two of them to get back into playing with each other. So they seem to have gotten that now.
Also a little bit of an unconventionally played team, which they love it. They tell me all the time, they're like, we thrive in the chaos. So
it happened off camera, but Steph had a great defensive lob.
And
over top
we
of
are
Jaren.
also at game 3 with Adeline and Jonathan versus Jaren and Jenna. So they have.
And that put away by Scott puts us closer to we might get a game 3 down there on court 5.
That's going to be a hard-fought semifinal.
Oh, big backhand there by Jared.
He's got a great backhand flick. Although he said he wanted to work on two-hand backhand, I think.
Why? After if you can do that, who needs
I'm
the
not
second hand?
sure.
Let that second hand rest, man. Oh, great dig there by Steph.
Okay, I lied.
Monica
He
missed
didn't
it
actually.
away.
Oh, no, he did. Develop a strong two-handed backhand. I think his flick is great.
Oh, Abby into the net again and hits a winner. That's 2.
Her and Steph are fighting it out for most dedicated give your body to pickleball
I
players.
think Abby is winning by a good amount right now. She's diving into the nets. Save the Dolphins.
And they are serving for game. Oh, and
There
they
it
get
is.
it. So another game 3.
Abby's sacrifice, not for naught. Is that the right? Is that the right phrasing? Not for naught, not for nothing.
All right. So we are at game 3 for tour matches. So let's see how this one turns out. Looks like
7-8.
a very close matchup between these two.
Yeah. Steph and Adam win the hands battle. Get the serve back at 8-7. Let's see if they can. This is normally where we would just say 3 points. That's all we need, 3 points. That one
Ooh. All right.
saw it out. 8-7-2.
Adam checking the ball here.
Oh,
catches the switch.
Yep.
Adam has got such a deceptive forehand.
I was just going to say that he doesn't wind up on it like a tennis. He didn't play tennis.
He doesn't wind
Yeah.
up, but he also doesn't follow through, really. He kind of just scoops and hits.
He does it, and he does it from a very open stance, so he
Yes.
doesn't give it away with his
No.
footwork and his body.
And he just catches them. So they are on a little run here. Let's see if they can close out this. Oh, and very smart
That's a good
timeout
timeout.
by Monica and Jared to try to stop this run.
Is
And
it? It's not. It's 10-7 on championship court, I think.
I think so, because Adam was serving from
Yeah.
the odd side. So we have Adeline and Jonathan off to a quick lead here in game 3. However, Jenna and Jaren just got the side out. So let's see what they can do with that. Tied it up already.
There we go. Score is fixed now.
All right, so let's see if the timeout works, because I think we are on second server here.
Yeah.
So,
10-7 to Bob Trout, just confirmed.
and it does.
Yeah.
A good call by Monica and Jared. Let's see if they can get to 10. They will have to get to 10 at least, because it will be win by 2. So the goal would be to get to 10 at least.
It's good math on your part, Tori.
Thank you. I did graduate.
Very clear after that last sequence that you were a graduate.
Thank you. So they are on to second server. Let's see if they can get a
Just
couple
trying
points
to hear
here.
what piece of strategy Adam was saying to Steph there, but said it too quietly.
Are you a lip reader?
Not from this far away.
I feel like I can only tell when people are saying bad words. Oh. And Steph hits a potential out ball, but
Oh,
Adam covers
you know what?
it.
I didn't think that ball was going out, but I'm a bad judge of that. I hit everything.
Yeah, that one was.
I thought she had to play that.
He's looking.
He's looking at us for confirmation.
I thought it might be out, but you know what? I probably would have hit it too. So
Focus.
it doesn't matter.
It's game point, Adam. Focus.
Oh.
Don't talk to us. See?
Oh, and he's running around and just hits it deep.
Eyes on the court. I know that Tori and I are very visually distracting.
Absolutely. That's why they pay us the big bucks.
They do.
And Monica and Jared save another game point, and they will get the serve back. So let's see what happens here. Didn't quite get the roll down on that one from Monty.
Adam says saw it out. That's his trademark phrase.
Nice drop by Monica there.
That is well played by Steph.
Yeah, that was.
She's
very
really
patient.
good on that side, as we said earlier, with her cross-court forehand, and then she redirected that one. I think Jared was expecting her to continue to go cross-court.
She can be very deceptive as well. Can hang on to the ball for a little bit. Oh, and there it
great
is.
drop.
All right.
We
So
have
we have
it.
another game 3. Oh, wow. And look at that. 11-7, 11-7.
Yeah, we like inverse. Well, that's more. They're reciprocals. Is that?
Yeah, so Jaren and Jenna out to a really quick lead here in game 3, 6-1 against Adeline and Jonathan, but it looks like a timeout was called. Oh, they're switching sides. So you get a automatic side switch at first team to 6 in game 3, and you can use that as a timeout as well. Let's see if they can go for a little run and make things a little closer here.
Well, Jonathan and Adeline have a lot of instant offense in their game, so.
Yeah, when they get hot, they are tough. Tough to defend for sure.
And Sherry and Thomas
Oh.
out to the quick
Really
lead.
quick lead as well.
4-0. We don't know how many hours a week they spend drilling, so I can't comment on that, but clearly they're doing something right.
I'm going to go with 4 or 5.
What a shot by Jaren. Everybody put down the amount of hours they spend a week drilling. That's so if you're tuning in, that's why we're talking about that. A lot of zeros.
I was going to
this
say,
week.
I'm going to see who has the most. Oh, Zach says 12. Okay.
There's that instant offense. Jonathan gets a point there for him and Adeline.
Zach says 12, and our next highest is 2.
And then everybody else
Everyone
is 0.
else is 0.
I admire whoever put down 2 for their honesty.
Well, there's a couple. Catherine and Ben both said 2. And Jaren also said 2.
If you count all my warm-ups as drilling, all that dinking that I do before I play, if you add that all up, I might get to an hour.
Honestly, that's what Erica said too.
Is that what?
Yeah. Good little. All right, so Tom and Jerry continue their lead here. Let's see if they can get to 6 for the side change here.
Thomas Wolf and Adam Wolf, not related, by the way. Adam has an E on the end of his. But
So you must have graduated too, because you can read.
I can identify E's
That's
for sure.
good.
Yep. A lot of flashcard work at home
We're
to
proud.
get there.
Very proud of you. And they do. They get the 6-0 side change lead, and we'll see if they can finish that out. So Zach and Adeline have gotten a couple points here. And still have
Jonathan
this
and Adeline.
Oh,
Zach
yeah.
and Adeline do play together a lot, so I know why you say that.
habit. Sorry, guys. And Adeline hits a nasty lob right there. That's tough. So is that Jaren's ball in mixed? What do you think?
That might be Jaren's ball and men's also. He's
Jenna's
so
just
tall
so
and
tall.
able to- Jenna is
I mean,
also
she's so tall and
yeah.
athletic. I think that's where they get a little, sometimes, like, communication is key because I think she can get that ball. It's just supposed to be Jaren's, I believe.
That was just a tough lob.
Yeah, it was
Sometimes
really
when
good
you hit
lob.
that, yeah.
Adeline has good lob. All right. So they have closed the gap. Let's see if Scott and Abby can come back here a little
Did
bit.
you just
and
say
close the gap.
Adeline has good lob? Like I love lamp.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Boy, you are way too young for all of my references. What can I reference that you'll know?
You're
What
just
is
really
your-
aging yourself right now.
I guess I am.
It's not my problem.
What pop culture do I have to reference for you to get it?
I mean, I do know Lil Wayne.
You do know Lil Wayne. That's
he-
good. Okay, that's a good starting point.
He is now part of the Texas Rancher franchise in MLP. He also had a poster in my room for most of my childhood. My parents really loved that one.
I detect sarcasm on your part.
All right, so here on court 5, they have completed the side change timeout. Let's see if, and they do, they get a point here. So let's see if Scott and Abby can keep this run going and tighten up the score here.
They are stacking.
Which makes sense, as Abby has an extremely good forehand down that line there.
Yes.
And Scott plays pretty athletically, so.
Big shot by.
Oh,
7-7.
7-7, wow.
All right, yeah, let's hang out here for a little bit.
Game 3, 7-7. Quite the comeback.
Bunch of revelins out there. Come on,
Yes.
Jonathan. You read the memo.
Jonathan told me, I was like, oh, you're playing with a head paddle now. And he's like, because he used to play with a Yola. And he's like, well, Leia gave me a Yola, but I'm going to call him out right now. He said, I have no idea where it is. So I will be playing with this head paddle today, which is the first paddle he ever played with.
I think that's the head paddle that comes up when you search pickleball paddles on Amazon. That's the first one that pops up there.
So he loses a pro player's Yola and goes back to the head, but it seems to be working for
He's
him.
playing well. That paddle actually is a pretty solid paddle to play with. He had to. Steph does the splits again on championship court. We missed it, but maybe we'll get
That's the court in front of
rewind.
us for the reference, so we can see that even though we're looking screen-wise on
We just
different
have
courts.
eyes everywhere.
That is true.
Good flexibility from her. I think I would have
Died?
torn something. Potentially died, yeah. That may be a little over dramatic. I was going to just say injured myself, but maybe died.
Oh, and Scott and Abby still have the serve and have gotten quite a little run going here, so let's see if they can keep that going. Tighten up that score just like Adeline and Jonathan have in this game 3.
Thomas took a timeout. Oh, net giveth, net taketh.
Adeline's just like, oh, the net. That would have been a tough ball if it didn't hit the net, but That is one of Adeline's bread and butter shots for sure, is that cross-court speed up.
That
She
was-
loves that
and
shot.
she got what she wanted. That was really
Yeah,
good.
she sets it up
dinking.
very well.
Good dinking from her and Jenna both, but Adeline got the ball that she wanted to attack. That's a great drop.
Must be that head paddle.
You've got to be the head paddle, maybe.
Not his skills, just the head paddle.
Who needs the Yola?
Yeah, price difference is probably $200.
There's a stark price difference.
Another great drop.
Oh,
Gets a huge pop up. Oh, and Jonathan says not today.
yes.
That is one thing I will say. Tennis players just come in with such good overheads. They just have the falling backward overhead motion down so well.
They do. And
Ooh. And Sharon.
I think the tracking of the ball, too, to be able to hit it in the right spot.
I think so, too.
And
I think court recognition as
and
well.
not kind of staying calm when the ball's in there. I think when the ball goes up high, if you haven't played a lot of tennis, sometimes people get a little bit panicky and think, like,
Yeah.
I can't miss this, I can't miss this, I can't miss this.
That would be
Tennis players have drilled that over and over again. Yeah.
And they are now at match point in game 3, coming back from quite a deficit. So, like we said last week, for Thursday premiere night, there is no lead that is too high.
It is such a streaky game. And
You're never safe.
Yep.
Although it does look like Thomas and Sherry have gone on a little run again to separate themselves a bit more from the Verkijks. And we will go back here to court 3 for match point, opportunity number 1.
And there it is.
There it is.
He hit a couple of really good drops. You know what? I wrongly judged him as a tennis player banger. He did a very good job.
No, he did a very good
dropping
job.
those.
Honestly, the last couple points we watched were all set up by his drops. He was hitting really good drops.
That is another something that tennis players have, is that kind of that top spin you could see that he puts on it. That ball just.
So we will head down to Pat shortly to interview and talk to Adeline and Jonathan.
So still got a battle going on championship court. Steph and Adam against Jared and Monica. That is it's only 4-4.
They are our closest seeds as well, so we would expect this to be really, really tight.
Really close. Duper was correct on that. So we're going to head down to Pat, who was standing by with our winners, Jonathan and Adeline.
All right, yes, I'm here with Adeline and Jonathan. Congrats on the real nail biter of a win there. That was awesome. You know, went to 3 games here, and you were down 6-1 in the third there. So, yeah, what did it take to pull it out there in game 3 and get the win?
A little bit of teamwork. We also changed up our strategy. Johnny was taking all of the returns and the third shot drops, and I think that really helped set up the point.
Yeah, amazing playing. I saw so much firm offense there. I saw a lot of amazing defense. So what's in your mind here, Jonathan, as you go into the semifinals?
Just keep it up. I mean, I haven't played a lot in the last little while, so just trying to find something, pull out of somewhere, and just be a little bit attacking when I need to, and yeah.
Yeah, right on. Well, hey, good luck to you both. Thanks for being here, and hope to see you in the finals.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Take it back to Alan and Tori in the booth here.
Thanks. Doing a great job down there interviewing our winners.
And they noted Jonathan's drops, just as we did. It turns out we might know a thing or two about this game.
Maybe we've played pickleball once or twice.
Once or twice, or
and
when we're supposed to be working every day.
And Scott and Abby tighten it up a lot here. We have a side out at 9-6, so Thomas and Sherry have a chance here to finish game 3.
It's be a big stop. Either way, I think Scott and Abby covered the spread.
Oh yeah,
If
definitely.
anybody bet on this, we did have an unofficial line on this.
Oh, I wasn't included in that. That's rude.
Tom and Sherry -7 was the line.
Don't know what that means. That's probably why I wasn't
Make sure
included.
you gamble responsibly. I think I'm required to say that.
Oh, and a good miss by Abby as the ball goes sailing out. I think she didn't realize that. She didn't even look at it because she just thought she missed, but the ball was out. So they get a side out, and let's see if they can get a couple points here to tighten it up even more.
So we've been talking about the paddles everybody plays with. Sherry plays with that Pro Connects.
Is that what that
oval
is?
shape. Yep, and then Thomas, that's the older Franklin model that's been now
That's like Ben
redone.
John's.
And yeah, and it
That's
was
his paddle, right? When
and-
he was with
oh,
Franklin.
that's right. Yes, yes, it's the old Ben John's. It's
think-
now J-Dubs, the gold and black. Hey, that's what it's.
Well, they're coming out
evolved
with a
into.
new one, I've heard.
And it
That's
was-
supposed to be really good.
Oh, really? And then it was
Yeah.
Zane in between, right? He had the teal one, I
Yes.
believe.
Yep, you're right. Alrighty. So Scott and Abby here. Ooh,
Oh,
another
another
good miss. That was like a miss, but also not hit.
Sort of a like, yeah, I decided partway through to
All
not hit
right.
that.
So they are right back in it. As we said, no lead is too big in pickleball, and we are proved right and right again.
And another a good
Tied
drop
it
there
up.
by Scott. And another timeout. It's a good chance to remind us that you can see our sponsor there in the bottom right corner, Elders Helpers. That is not a dig at Sherry and Thomas, but they are.
No, because they don't need that lovely service yet, because they are in the pickleball game.
A little bit closer than Jace was last week, but
Just a little.
relatively the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout out to
We will get pickleball back on the screen momentarily here.
All right, so timeout taken at 9-9 in game 3. And here on championship court, Steph and Adam have taken a little bit of a lead as they go to second server here at 9-6. See if they can get to that dreaded 10. Little love from the net there, and
Little
Jared
love from the
finishes that one pretty strongly with a great angle. Ooh, and Scott just misses that ball deep.
A good leave by Sherry. I think there are some of us potentially in this booth that might have hit that ball.
She's got better eyes than I do.
My eyes are good. My reaction.
My eyes are
I
bad.
know
and
the
my,
ball's going on. I just
my eyes are bad and my reaction is bad. What does that say about me?
that you're really good up in the booth.
Oh, great play by Scott. Scorpions that down at Thomas's feet.
Scott's a really tough mixed player. He poaches well. He always
does.
keeps you guessing.
Takes up a lot of court
Takes up a lot of court.
effectively.
And
They have really just come
he's
out
got good
swinging.
foot speed. He's fireman by day, so I think they keep himself sharp physically.
Ooh, a little
Couple of
trick
net
shot there by
balls,
Abby. And some love from the net. All right, so there you go. A side out.
I want a Scott Verkijk pretzel for the on game point here.
You can't always get what you want. Ooh! It's Steph comes in her little Ernie action as we switch back to championship court and match point here as well at 10-7. Adam will be serving.
And it's 10-7-1. They're going to get 2 looks at this.
Oh,
they're
my.
both. That is Steph dive number 3 that we're counting. Both of them going for that one, though.
That was a great effort, but a really well played point by Jared there to
was.
recognize the short ball was the move. And we are also at match point on our other court as well here. Ooh, tough. So it is a side out.
Steph did a great job of rolling, too, to take the
She
brunt of
always
that.
does. She's got that down.
She knows how to fall.
She doesn't really get like scrapes where I just like slide and my whole knee comes off.
Scott misses that backhand, and Tom and Sherry have this serve now at 10-10. Very
Woo.
important 10th point for them. They're going to go to
Yes.
extra points here.
Must win
Little
by
extra
2.
pickleball.
Ooh.
They know that we can both sleep in tomorrow, so they're going to try to keep us here.
These have been some really good first round matches.
I think last week we were very done with the first round by now.
Yeah.
We had some very fast
Some
matches.
really
we had
good
a very
matches
tight
today.
tight group here. And Zach and Erica, I hope that they are staying loose
Woo.
because they have been waiting for their next opponent for a long
Sherry
time.
comes in hot with a forehand backhand combo to get that point. That was tough.
I'm only just now getting that Thomas is a lefty. Oh, big shot down the middle there by Sherry.
Wow, what a match.
That's a way to end it right there.
What a match.
So our team from Kalamazoo comes out on top, and they will play Adeline and Jonathan.
And we will go down to bat shortly to get an interview with Thomas and Sherry and maybe find out a little bit more information about them, but to be determined.
And there that is.
And there is the final game. Wow, what great game threes
Great
out of
matches
everyone.
all around.
So Steph and Adam will take on Zach and...
Nope, they will play... Oh, yes, Zach and Erica. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
And if those matches were any indication, we're in for some barn burners.
Some really
the
good
rest
ones.
of the way.
So like I said before, we will be only streaming on Championship Court on the broadcast stream. So there will be both semifinals and then the finals streamed on there, as well as third place match, I believe. And on separate streams for all the other courts, you will be able to see the points draw. And we will take it down to Pat.
Who just won their first round match here in 3 games. Tom, how does it feel to be heading into the semifinals here?
Well, I'm kind of exhausted. I hope Sherry carries us through the second round.
Yeah.
That was the kind of a little bit of jitters in that first round match, so it's nice to get that one under our belt.
Yeah, definitely. I know that feeling. Yeah, and oh, what amazing play we had there. So, and Sherry, I see you use the oval paddle. I don't see those much anymore, and you were just ripping backhands left and right with those. It was amazing. So, yeah, what are you thinking about as you head into the semis here?
I think we need to play a little bit more consistency, cut down on forced errors, and just keep our attitude good.
Right on. And let's say you make it to the finals and take home the top prize. What are you going to do with your $800 here, do you think?
Well, I'm going to go to Disney World, but Sherry doesn't really like Disney that much, so I'm not sure where. She'll be in Fort Myer, but I'll be in Disney World.
Hey, I'll go with you, Tom. I love Disney World. So, all right, thanks, guys. Good luck in the next round here. All right, back to Alan and Tori in the booth.
Tori, you want $800 right now. What would you do?
Well, I would only be getting 400 because I like with 8.
Okay.
And I would probably, sadly enough, spend it on my wedding.
Sadly? Doesn't sound sad at all.
Only like because weddings are really expensive.
They are really expensive. Do you need a DJ?
I do.
We're going to be on the screen. You know what I would do? I would donate it to the Grand Rapids Bike Polo Club.
Yes, I saw their post. I hope that they can get enough on their fundraiser here to rebuild their beautiful courts that they had.
Yeah, we did kind of manifest destiny them off of their land.
It was tough. It's tough because we still don't have enough courts at Belknap for the influx of players. However, it is sad to see them leave. So
it is.
We are going to go back down to Pat at court 1 with the winners of Steph and Adam.
A gripping 3-game win in the first round here. A lot of back and forth I saw. A lot of great points. Took a while to get there. But, yeah, how does it feel, Adam, to be into the semifinals?
It's a good feeling. It was a long, hard battle, but we came through.
Right on. And Stephanie, what's going through your mind? What are you focusing on here as you head into the semis to come out with the victory?
Don't hit the ball to Zach.
Yep, that's a good one to have in your brain. All right. And any plans for the $800 should you win the championship here today?
Vegas.
Vegas. All right. Let me know if you need a wingman. I'm there.
You're coming.
All right. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Good luck in the next round, and we'll take it back to Alan and Tori in the booth.
All right, that was that was Adam's good pickleball scene in Las Vegas, by the way. So good place to go. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be. I was leaning back again. We'll redo our high five. Shout out to Don Lee, former Grand Rapids, well, I'd say former, but current Grand Rapids Pickleball Club member, now lives in Las Vegas. So
Does he still pay his dues?
we'll check on that. We'll find that out. But that's our cliffhanger for the week. We're going to find out. That's the mystery we're going to leave you with.
Text him
Stay
right now.
tuned to the end of the broadcast to find out if Don Lee still pays his Grand Rapids Pickleball Club fees or if he still has a card on file at GR Racket. We're going to find that out. But, yeah, if you go out to Vegas, hit Don up, go out to Sunset Park and play some pickleball. So maybe
He'll
Steph
give you
and
like
Adam
some
will do
good
that.
3-5 level pickleball.
He will, yes.
Just kidding, Todd.
I don't think he's watching this right now. It's like 4 o'clock over
That's
there.
true. He's probably working.
Yeah. But Steph and Adam,
anyway.
maybe they'll go out there and play some pickleball with
Yeah.
Don Lee and gamble some money. I think Adam's a poker player. So.
Oh yeah, I think he is probably a good one too. Well, we will be showing now just championship court semifinals 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And semifinal 1 will be Erica and Zach versus Steph and Adam. So we'll see if it takes Erica and Zach a minute to warm up here, or Steph and Adam coming off of this win with some energy. So look for a strong start from them.
What's your in-between, like if you have a long wait in a tournament, do you have a routine?
I need a better one, but at tournaments you can't find an open court. So sometimes it's just moving.
Foam rolling? That's what I do.
Yeah, with all the foam rollers I carry around with me. Ryan's really good at foam rolling. I am not.
As you get older, we've already established that you don't get any of my references. So once you get into this age bracket, then you will start to carry around a foam roller.
Listen, I'm all for foam rolling. I do it when I'm forced to. I think having those stretchy bands is really good to try to stretch out your muscles and create some tension and change it up a little bit. I think those are really good. Just doing jumping jacks. What do you call it? Like
do you
kinetic
watch your
movements.
opponents? Do you go try to watch the other matches? That's what I do.
Sometimes I don't like to do that because it psychs me out a little bit. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to be looking for this specific thing, and then you're focused on that. So sometimes I do like to not stress myself out about it, but
what about when you know your next opponent is watching your current match? Do you try to hit different shots? I do. I hit everything left-handed in between my legs.
oh, wow, that's really impressive. I can honestly say I don't sit and look at the crowd to see if my
So
opponents are there.
then I lose that match, and so it doesn't matter that the opponent saw the misdirection.
They're like, this guy's a fool.
We got to watch out for this guy's left-handed backhand that he hits into
Tweeners.
the net every time.
All right, just hit it to him. Oh, no.
So they are. We're seeing the.
Looks like Adam's getting a little snacky snack in here.
Yeah, that's his in-between game routine.
He's going the food
Is
route.
that- I think that's
Zach's going the
I think
water
it's- I think
route.
it's seaweed that Adam's eating.
Yeah, that's his favorite snack.
It is.
I witnessed the first time he tried it, and he hasn't gone back since.
It's full of iodine and salt, and it's good when you're in competition.
Adam really likes the authentic food from different cultures.
He is
Definitely
very,
up his alley.
Very cultured man.
He is indeed.
And they're talking about. I thought they were talking about who's going to serve, but it's taking too long. I think they're just having a discussion. I think they're just waiting for Steph.
So as we move on to our semifinal round here, we will have both refs watching either side of the court here. So Raymond will be on one side and Bob will be on the other. And shout out to them for all the great work that they do. Also to all the volunteers. As you were watching the volley zone, you were noticing the score change. That's thanks to all our volunteers out here that are inputting the scores live for us. And also watching lines and making sure the players are staying honest out there, as no one is trying to unintentionally do, but it does
we
happen.
have some shady characters in this draw. I'm glad we have them out there. I'm glad we have the refs out there.
Also, shout out to our sponsor, Elders Helpers, for sponsoring our Thursday premiere night at All In Pickleball Gym. And thank you, All In Pickleball Gym, for hosting this great event. That is our first mixed series. However, our episode 2 of Tuesday premiere night pickleball. So keep a lookout. I think we'll be doing these every 3 weeks to a
Give or
month.
take.
Is it mixed in gender every month, I believe? So keep an eye out for our promos. We will usually be posting it in multiple areas when there is going to be an event so that you can follow along on the live stream and see the local talent really showcase.
And so I think we said earlier it's pretty established Zach and Erica are the favorites in this. What do you think Steph and Adam need to do to make this a competitive and come out on top?
So surprisingly enough, I think Steph and Adam can be a very defensive team, but I almost think they have to be a little bit more offensive to begin with and then rely on their defense maybe in second hand. So I think they need to take Zach and Erica by surprise a little bit. I think if they try to out-defend them, that might not benefit them in the long run. And a good high by Erica there. Whew, that ball is right in my strike zone, and I am taking that every time, even though that's 10 feet out. So they do get the side out here with Adam and Steph taking an early lead. In Steph's previous interview, she said she's going to try to keep the ball away from Zach, and I think she's hit it to him about every time.
So I actually think that one of the keys is that she shouldn't be afraid to at least go behind him a little bit and keep him honest.
I agree. It'll keep him from poaching a little more. Ooh.
Got the net trickle. Steph was able to, she defended that drive pretty well.
She did.
She tried to go behind him there.
So I also think they're just shy. I also think they're playing a little hesitant right now. They look like they're a little stressed about Zach's power, and I think they should stick with it and keep driving it at him and trust themselves.
I see Steph go cross court here with Erica a little more, just like she's doing to set that up.
Yep. Ooh, a really good point. Perfect. Gives Adam a lot of room there.
They're on a 2.
As we've seen with most teams today, you will see the stack with the female on primarily on the right side, which gives the male a little bit more movement throughout the court.
Oh, he almost could have guided that thing over.
Almost gets that one over with like a quadruple hit. So as long as it's one motion, you can hit the ball as many times as you want.
You can.
Ooh, a lob third. Okay.
Good, did well to handle that.
And we do get a little boisterous out of Zach over here. We didn't see him say much in the men's game, but pumping Erica up a little bit.
And he comes out swinging on that.
And the crowd gives a little clap.
How about
My
that? We have the crowd a little more lively this week than it was last
new
week.
crowd. We might have to give them gifts later.
We do have gifts behind us.
I know, I'm excited.
You can still get down here if you want to learn what Tori and I are about to throw into the audience.
It is free. So it is free to come and watch this event. We do love rowdy crowd members. It always makes pickleball more exciting.
Yeah, if you've got your whole voice left and you're looking to get rowdy on a Thursday night, come down here and
it could be Thirsty Thursday.
You could come down here, yell at us, yell at the competitors, cheer, clap.
Ooh, tough shot.
I think that she's got to keep going to that though.
I think so too, because Adam is a good mixed player where he will take that middle ball and, like we've said before, he's very deceptive and can really just line up with Erica well.
That is a great
She has been killing those lobs.
I mean, that
so
one was
good.
low, just the right height.
hit that back corner.
Well placed, well timed.
Beautiful shot by Erica. And as mentioned before, if you are looking for a player who is playing in the points draw, they are all streamed individually on their separate courts. So you can take a look at the other streams and try to find the person you are looking for. They will all be playing out their games to gain points. That being said, both semifinal matches will be played on championship court here, as well as third place and finals.
Went to the well one too many times there with the lob, and Adam was ready for it.
Ooh, Steph's good idea. Trying to hit it behind Zach there as he took up a lot of the court.
He's really good at that shot right there, too, though, where he's coming all the way over but then hits it back across court the other way. And he doesn't telegraph it much.
That was a little, I think Erica thought he was going to take that ball. And he leaned in but didn't quite take it. Oh, wow, a great point. And again, with that cross-court dink with Erica and then Adam just stepping in. I almost thought Adam could have taken a couple balls earlier than that.
He looked like he was kind of like double Dutch, like about to jump in.
Didn't want to take up too much space.
Do it, but I think he waited for the right time.
I agree. Ooh, and switches it up with a drive. It's a good play. They're coming back here. Stick with it. I think. So Adam will do the second serve here, and I think Adam and Steph's biggest asset right now is to get to the net.
Yes.
I think if they can get to the net consistently, they can stay in this game and really give a tough game to Zach and Erica. I think if they try to play from mid-court or the back line, it's going to be a lot tougher for them. And Zach says, that's right where I want that.
Yes.
Speed up.
Keep putting it right there. Adam knew.
Please give that to my
Adam
forehand.
knew, and he looked up here. He said, I wonder what they're saying about me right now. Right now, they are saying something about how I shouldn't have done that. He knew.
Let's see if he makes that adjustment. Ooh.
That's what they.
Wow.
That's what we were saying
Perfect.
earlier. Yep.
And
Steph
great
going
communication as well.
Yep.
Adam really just said, I'm taking this, and hit it right behind him twice. And beautiful play. So great follow in by Zach. Little shake and bake for himself. Like I said before, I think if Steph and Adam can't get to the net, then it's going to be a lot tougher for them to finish off some of these points.
I think where they hit their returns is important too, to not allow Zach to tee off, and like you said, shake and bake himself there.
Everyone had a little laugh at that one. It happens. It happens.
We've all done it.
We have all done it. And we like that everyone can kind of just laugh that one off. Ooh. Oh.
Oh.
What is the call on this? Okay, I think they did end up calling that in.
Testing 1, 2.
Which I also thought it was in. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got.
Great point. Okay, let's
Amazing
not
point.
let the line call dispute take away from that.
That was a great point, and I think they've been finding some success hitting it behind Zach to try to really keep him honest.
They have, yeah. Adam Wolf with a backhand point.
You don't see that often.
Don't see that often.
But his favorite shot is
Frame
the
it up.
winning shot, and with his backhand. My goodness.
It's a great return, and that one is out.
So as I mentioned before, everyone is playing for points after this because in April there will be a $3,000 championship prize pool for mixed doubles. So everyone playing for points now can have a chance to be seeded to play in that. If you win one of the Thursday premiere nights, you will get an automatic entry into that championship round, and you can also play with other partners and qualify that way as well. So you can qualify multiple times with different people.
Before that, Adam just narrowly missed an overhead down the line that he really wanted back. They had a good run there, but Zach and Erica get the serve back now at 8-7. Let me try to put this away.
So here on the screen, you can see Steph holding up the sign to switch behind her back. That is what the holding an open hand usually means. And that is, again, to keep Adam on the left side where he can have a little more movement on the court and use his forehand more effectively. But he does get the ball hit behind him there, and gives Zach and Erica another point here.
Yep. Give Erica the credit on that one for setting that up for Zach to put the point away.
Very smart play.
She is a very experienced, smart player. Does not hit the wrong shot very often.
Not very often, and she also stays, like, so calm. Like, she just does not really let things get to her.
Very in control.
And just really keeps the smart plays going. So Steph and Adam elect not to switch on this point. Oh, gosh. Another beautiful lob.
Yeah, that's a great shot. And Steph
is tangled in the net.
And tangled in the net. It's
I told you she was trying to compete with Abby for body sacrifice.
She's now, she may be taking the lead now. 10. And incredibly fast on the hair fix.
Amazing. Beautiful. All right. So I think we are going to, this is for game point. And
Side out.
I think Zach was second server.
Yes.
All right. So they save the game point, and let's see if they can get a couple here to tie the game back up. Ooh, good move by Zach.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do much. Just kind of sticks his paddle out, blocks it down the line there behind Adam.
Where Adam maybe thought that could have gone out when it first came off the paddle, but it dropped in well inside the line.
I also think he had blood on his paddle.
If you don't have a little blood on your paddle, you're not playing right.
Side out.
Great setup there. And good finish. Adam had a really good dig on the first one and couldn't quite get the second one out of there.
10-7-1.
Good communication and eye on Steph and Adam's.
And also a great job there by Steph staying ready. Adam was taking a lot of balls, and one came to her, and she played it very well.
She almost took a... What a shot. And that will save match or game point again. So let's see if they can turn this into a couple points here.
7-10-1.
Oh, he almost wanted the same spot from the other side of the court. Just missed it.
Now we are checking the ball. I'm not sure if it's
7-10-2
for a crack or if there's blood on it.
Side out.
So that is another side out, and Erica and Zach will have game point number 1 attempt here.
10-7-1.
Good eye by Adam.
Second serve.
I do like the aggressive take by Zach, though, especially when it's first server.
The elusive game point, though. And sometimes you kind of want to just drive it and end it, and sometimes the right thing to do is just
maybe.
ball and play.
I like the
but on first serve,
yeah. Nice job on Steph
Side
staying
out.
ready there as Adam takes that wide dink and sets her up in the middle there.
7-10-1.
So they have had some success leaving Steph on the left side there, I would say.
Well, sometimes you don't allow the other team to take advantage of your switching, and we saw that in some of the other matches where somebody would hit a good drive as, you know, the stack was being unwound. And I think if it's not working,
Second serve.
then holding Pat for a moment, not physically holding Pat O'Connell, but
Pickleball Pat.
7-10-2.
The lob was well defended there, but they stuck with it, and
Side out.
we get another side out here.
that is frustrating when you're down
10-7-1.
Yeah.
and you've had several serves, you've had several chances and possessions to try to even the score or get closer. You're just not
So
able
here's
to.
my thing about that is
Game.
they were stopping every point when Steph was
2
on the
minutes.
left side,
2
matching up
minutes.
with Erica and forcing Erica into the cross with Adam and then covering the middle. But then they stacked the other way on offense
Yep.
and weren't able to score a point with multiple side outs. So do you think that's a strategy they should try to implement in this game too here?
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yes, I know what you
They
mean.
stopped multiple game points with Steph on the left side. And then when they went to offense, they were reverse or switching it back to a normal stack and weren't able to convert.
I think it's hard. They when they've played together, they're always doing that stack. And
Yeah.
So I don't know how much they've played the
MFA
other
and
way.
whole
But if it
game.
is working on defense, it would have been something interesting to try there.
Yeah, maybe just to
Um,
switch it up a little bit, gives your opponents a different look. I also like in mixed a lot of times. Personally, I like the straight on matchup with the girl because sometimes I'm like, if I can beat her in a hands battle or scare her enough to like keep her off the line to set up my men's partner, like I think it's giving a different look.
There's a seat over
And
there.
it was forcing a different look for her as well because Steph's Ernie is so threatening. Erica didn't want to stay dinking down the line with her, so she would hit cross court to Adam, and then that causes a different pattern, right?
Well, I think that so Steph and Adam went into that
Sit there.
first game as the underdog, and they played that very competitively.
Absolutely.
So did they learn something there that can help them out in game 2 here and try to force us to the game 3 that we're always looking
Yeah.
out for? Yeah.
Regardless, great match played by Erica and Zach to really stick in there with multiple chances to get the game point there, and they held tight and were able to pull it off.
15
So we
seconds.
will have a side switch, and game 2 will also be 2-11, win by 2, and a semifinal number 1. The winner of this game will head to finals. So as far as Erica and Zach, what strategy do you think is working well for them? What do you think they need to continue doing to
Game
get this
2.
win?
I don't
Time
think
is
it's
in.
real complicated for them. I think
0-0-2.
the formula is pretty simple. Erica is consistent, doesn't make mistakes, sets things up, and Zach is aggressive.
You cursed
Side out.
her.
I did. That's like our first high drop to the forehand side all day.
She's laughing.
0-0-1.
Sorry, Erica. I'll take full responsibility for that. I hope my duper drops for that comment.
I agree.
That's a great drop by Steph.
I didn't think that was going over the net.
And
Woo!
she's able to
She
go behind that, and
loves
she
that
does love that
shot.
shot.
And it is a good shot.
So I
Super
was just-
deceptive.
yeah, so it's just saying, Erica's doing a good job of
0-0-2.
keeping points going as typical, but if she starts contributing offense, which she's certainly capable of, like you just saw, then they're a real problem to deal with.
I agree. One of the best things
Right
Erica
out.
is good at is
Smart.
her deception, but it's also how much she takes off of the ball.
Mhm.
So she can
And it's
take
well
so
placed.
much speed off the ball and place it perfectly
0-0-1.
and deceive you at the same time.
I think they just figured out to hit it to Adam's backhand, too.
They act like they never played him before. Well, or his
Point.
forehand.
And Zach says, I'll show you how to hit a backhand, buddy. I still like the attempt from Steph to keep him over there
1-0-1.
and
I agree.
drive it down that line. It just, the drive was too high.
Yeah.
But the strategy wasn't bad.
I agree because
Point.
Zach is so good at taking up space in the middle. You really have to
2-0-1.
keep him honest, or he is just going to murder you in the middle. So I think making sure to keep it behind him a little bit, even
Second
just like
serve.
Adam did. He didn't necessarily hit it super far behind him, but he made him stay over
2-0-2.
and caused an error.
Yep, and that's coming after he stepped way over to hit the third. So
Right.
he's moving back.
Side out.
All right, so Zach and Erica up early
0-2-1.
here, 2-0 in game 2. Steph and Adam have a chance to put some points on the board here. Let's see what happens.
Rare missed
Point.
lob today.
That is. I think that might be the first one I've seen her miss.
Like actually, yeah, she put one up that I
1-2-1.
think got hit for
But
a
actually
winner, but
out.
that's the first one that I think is out.
Second
That's a
serve.
good subtle little
Follows
shot.
it up with a very well placed shot.
Yeah.
Right at the feet. Tough one to defend when you're moving.
1-2-2.
She never makes 2 errors in a row. Let's see if I.
Don't curse her.
Oh, I'm not that superstitious. She'll be good.
She'll be fine. Wow. Ooh. Oh,
How about that point? That was
That's just deep. But man, Adam's defense outstanding and great communication.
Yep.
He knew he wasn't going to get to a ball. Steph was playing back a little bit to give him space, and very well communicated.
You call it good communication. I call it desperation out of. There's no way I'm getting there. You.
At least you're telling your partner you're not getting there, right?
It is, in a way, good communication. And
Second serve.
So we get a little frustration out of Zach there.
He knows. He knows we're talking about it. He looks like, why would I do that?
2-1-2.
Sometimes it just gets away from you.
I don't want to add any pressure for these players, but every time they hit a shot they know they shouldn't, they look up here pretty quickly.
Man, they must think like we
Yeah.
just ream people.
They are wondering what we're
Second,
saying. For sure.
side out.
Let's kill him with kindness. We're like, no, Zach, keep doing that.
Yeah,
it's
it'll
great.
fall eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
1-3-1.
Good shooters keep shooting.
Yeah, right. Woo. Oh,
Oh, that's a great shot.
Steph is laying on the ground laughing. Adam is not laughing. He thought he had a, which he did have a very good drop, but Zach was able to play that really well with the ATB.
Side out.
Maybe a slight frustration shot there.
Yeah, it did look a little. It did look like that.
3-1-1.
Sometimes you just got to get
Second
that one out
serve.
of your system, though.
We
Just,
are in a little rut here with
little-
all 4
3-1-2.
players, I think, just missing thirds here.
Scoring freeze.
Let's get some thirds in, and good
Side
read
out.
by Zach. Just a little bit late on that. Adam asked him if he wants it a little higher, and Zach is not having it.
1-3-1.
That's classic pickleball talk. Is that where you like it?
Yeah.
About
Can I
where you
adjust
like it?
that for
Yeah.
you?
Second serve.
That is about where he likes that one though. That one. Now we're calibrated.
That is one shot that he is really good at, is those short corner overheads. Those are tough to hit and not hit out.
We got a point.
2-3-2.
Scored a point.
Whoop, whoop. If you're just tuning in, this is semifinal 1 of 2. The winner
Right
of
out.
this will play in the finals, and they will be playing for our part of our $1,000 cash prize tonight. The first place team will be getting $800, and the second place
3, 2,
team
1.
will be getting $200.
Get in there, Adam. Oh, that one's out. He looked like he was
Team
trying to jump it. That
defense
was a
comes
great
up
play.
with
Come on.
that.
We can
Wow.
clap for that, audience.
Yes,
They did.
and they do get a little clap. And I will say, even Erica gives a little clap. I will say,
3-2-2.
speaking of good communication, as Zach was standing on top of Erica for a couple hits there, he was telling her to take the ball. So Ooh.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give up his position there.
Yeah. Which you don't, but it was smart to let her take those shots as he was a little bit out of place, per se. So hits a lob, doesn't go as far as she wants it to, but defends it beautifully. And they end up coming up on top.
Stays in, like you said, never seems like she's mentally out of the point. Very calm.
Yes. Oh. Catches stuff a little bit by surprise there.
I think that might be coming from being a mother. Nothing. Life has
mother
rattled you
of an entire army of children at that.
So listen, I've been through a lot worse than my partner hitting me a high ball or hitting a high ball at the opponent.
Side out.
All right, so Zach and Erica go on a little run here, cause a little separation in the score, but it is a side out, and Adam and Steph have a chance to get some more points on the board here as they continue their run on literally team defense out here.
Wow, and that's the Erica shot right there.
Yep, and like I said in the first game, I think if they are not getting to the net and they're sitting in team defense, I think it's going to be a lot harder for them to score points and come out on top here, as we're seeing right there. That's a great job.
Side out.
We had our first paddle throw
Timeout
of the
on my
day.
right. Score is 5.
Did Adam think that was going to be an out ball?
I don't know. I'm thinking it might have been, but she didn't hit it that hard, so
No.
it could have dropped in. But
And when she's dropped it on the back line so many times today, I think you're inclined to have to hit those.
But I will say they were both at the net. The point was much more constructed, and they stayed in it a lot longer. And I think it's definitely a game plan they need to really hone in on. I think they feel very comfortable playing defense, which is great. They're very good at it. But I think they really need to work on getting to the net and setting each other up, because I think that's where where they will excel.
Yep, they're gonna have to find a way to end some points. So they're in the points. They're in all the points, and Steph's hitting some great drops and some great resets.
Yeah.
But
Zach and Erica are very consistent and put on a lot of pressure. I think Erica is such a good mixed player because,
Time is in.
as weird
We're
as it
5,
sounds, she
2,
knows what her role is and she plays it very well.
and she just doesn't give you much to work with.
No, she doesn't. She just is a really consistent presence, and she sets you up really well and doesn't make a lot of errors, and it just...
So I think too, when you watch Erica play, people who are watching at home, who are trying to work their way up from their levels to this level, she doesn't hit a ton of shots that you're just like, wow, that should be on SportsCenter. But you don't need those shots to win. She just doesn't make a lot of mistakes and doesn't give her opponent attackable balls. She hits spots on the court, and that is much more important than being able to.
I think that ball stuff hit was out anyways.
It was, but as I was giving Erica compliments.
I think the girls are having a little bit more fun than the guys right now, but...
What do you mean? You mean to tell me Adam's not having fun at the moment?
He's got like a grimace on his face.
How did you read
now.
that? How did you manage to read that? That's a
Nice.
little more fun.
Point.
But, I mean, see, they were working their way up to that. When they get to the net, they're able to sit in these points and really set stuff up.
3,
But
6,
Zach
1.
and Erica, at the same time, make it very tough to get to the net. I mean,
Point.
they hit 4 drops to get up there.
Yep.
And I mean, that's tough.
They are very good at
4,
taking
6,
your
1.
good drops and making you hit another hard shot.
Exactly. Ooh, little net love.
Like
Second
that's
serve.
just so well played by Erica.
So good. And I think one of the biggest things that she does well is she doesn't really put a lot of power behind the ball. And it's very effective for her because she
4-6-2.
places it so well. And everyone else is hitting it so hard. She changes the rhythm up on you and then places it on top of that. And it just catches you off guard, and she knows exactly what she's doing.
6, 4, 1.
So you mean all this time that people have been telling me you don't have to hit the ball hard to win? That's correct.
Listen, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you're playing mix, play with a girl who doesn't hit the ball hard to win.
You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot there,
Exactly.
Tori. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not saying I'm a good mix player by any means, but it just comes back to game style too. If
You have 6.
if you're playing with
4.
someone and you know they like to fire the ball, you just gotta be on your toes a little
Okay,
bit more.
6, 4, 1.
But if you're playing with someone that you know can place the ball really well and set you up really well, you can also play a little freer and kind of trust her to control like parts of the game. So
Point.
got a little net tip. I
More
thought Steph
net
was going to
love
go around the
and,
post
yeah.
there, and she brings
I
it
don't-
back in the middle.
I don't know if she had it. It ended up just kind of dropping
did kinda
softly
drop.
on that line.
7, 4,
Yeah, it's
1.
tough ball. Seeing Zach and Erica pull away a little bit here.
Good play by
Second
Adam.
serve.
Keeping Erica back for a little bit and then
Adam.
redirecting one at Zach.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to getting up to the net again for them as well. I think they're very effective at the
7,
net.
4, 2.
And if you can keep them separated there, you can kind of isolate and try to get some more points.
So I've
Point.
known and played with Erica a lot. I actually don't know her athletic background. Is it in
8, 4, 2.
the sheet packet here?
Oh, let me just tell you. This is the most Erica thing I've ever seen. Erica lists her sports
Point.
as tennis, running, and cornhole.
Cornhole.
I think the cornhole is really the finesse.
9,
It's the
4, 2.
finesse, yeah.
And she obviously, as you can see, is a very athletic
out.
player. We'll attribute that to the running. And then her court awareness and smarts will attribute to the tennis. How about that?
I think
Well-rounded.
known for running the
4, 9,
stairs
1.
at Belknap.
Oh, there's stairs
Restate.
at Belmont.
4, 9, 1.
Or the hill, and then the stairs on the other side.
Okay,
that
okay,
go down
fair.
to the, yeah.
Fair.
Let's not get caught up in semantics here, okay? You knew what I meant.
Second serve.
So I did see them switch a ball out earlier. We must have had a cracked ball. And then Steph just misses sometimes, and everyone does it.
4, 9, 2.
Laughs it off a little bit, get some smiles. Erica
up.
says, good miss. Good miss.
We've seen a couple of fortunate misses tonight.
Yes, we have. Gotta love them.
9, 4, 1.
Adam says, good duck. I think it was a good miss.
Oh, just
Second
they've
serve.
been getting a lot of
Lots of net
love, yeah.
cords.
Now, I will say this. There are some people who get a lot of net cords.
9, 4,
And
2.
so it is something about the way they hit the ball. It is not just luck. It is people who hit with a lot of, I think, top spin.
Top spin. I was going to say Zach hits with a lot of top
Side
spin,
out.
and that's going to cause the ball to rotate down as you're
And you're
it's
hitting
traveling.
You're hitting low over the net. too.
Correct.
So
And
it's-
from his vantage
4,
point,
9,
because he's
1.
taller, if he's hitting a straight stroke, the net is about hip height at him, which is going to change the angle as you're hitting it with topspin as well.
Second serve.
Got a little sumo move.
he guessed right. Got himself back into the middle.
Definitely
4, 9,
saw the
2.
ball well. Just didn't quite execute. Steph and Adam
That's-
playing a little bit of the
Side
I
out.
formation.
Yeah, but
A little staggered
that's
eye.
just- that's just classic Erica Benting
Yeah.
pickleball right there.
Keeping it in play and then
Yep.
finishing
And
the point.
having hard shots hit at her, but again, not hitting something
9, 4,
back
1.
that's attackable. You know, she just kind of ho-hum got all those balls back. And as I say that, she pops one up.
Second
So
serve.
I'll take responsibility. My duper is really dropping here if I'm taking all of these.
9, 4, 2. Point.
We have a game point now,
10,
match
4,
point.
2.
Match
for
point.
Zach and Erica. And there it
Point.
is.
And that is the
Game
game.
match.
Erica and Zach, our #1 seed, take it away. The crowd is giving us some excitement here. Steph and Adam played a great game against them. All 4 players played really well, and Erica and Zach will be advancing to the finals, and I think we will talk to them with Pat interviewing them down on the court, as well as a special guest named Jeff Howlett, who has been keeping stats on the game and will give us a little bit of an analysis.
Yep, and then that'll lead into our next semifinal matchup, which is Sherry and Thomas against Adeline and Jonathan. So stick around for that.
So stay tuned, everyone.
Got all kinds of exciting stuff. The night's only just begun.
I know. This is really great. And while we're waiting for them to set up this interview, we'll give a quick shout out to the sponsor of Elders Helpers, as well as All in Pickleball Gym for hosting our Thursday premiere night. And we will take it down to Pat.
With Erica and Zach after their semifinal win, a pretty decisive 2-game win here. And what an amazing match, yeah. Erica, we saw you hitting some greasy lobs out there. Those were so brutal. Yeah, what are you thinking about as you hit that lob? What are you trying to accomplish on the court?
I had to kind of stop on the second game because I knew Adam was seeing them, but it is a shot that not a lot of people throw, and it moves people around. It resets a different point, so I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seemed like as the match went on there, they kind of tried to stay out of your wheelhouse, Zach. So, you have such great contact on the court, and you're just hitting such firm shots. And, you got checked behind you a couple of times, but ultimately you were so dominant in the middle there. So, yeah. What are you thinking about as you head into the finals here? Are you going to keep up the aggression? Are you going to stick to your side maybe a little more and keep yourself honest?
That's tough. I mean, I know I got a partner that likes to dig balls out and can back me up, so it allows me to play freely. So hopefully can keep that up, and I like to stay aggressive. Otherwise, I don't want to sit and wait for it.
Yeah, right on. So any thoughts about what you'll do if you take home the grand prize here today? Any trips in mind, or maybe just enter the next week's tournament?
Probably next week. That works.
Works for me. Well, that or going for a house down payment. I gotta make some money for this.
Right on. So we have Vegas, we have Disney World, and house down payments. So, all right. Well, thanks, guys. Good luck in the finals here, and send it back to Tori and Alan in the booth here.
So it's just me. Tori is taking a little break, so I'll try to take up all of the court, be a court hog and a mic hog, and keep this going. Going to await our next semifinal on championship court. But congratulations to Erica Benting and Zach Chambers. And also congratulations to Steph Hino and Adam Wolf. They played very well, won that first match even though they got down, and gave Zach and Erica a nice challenge there. So as we said earlier, our man Jeff Howlett, who you guys know from the local pickleball scene, longtime member of that, a lot of medals in his career, and is also now one of the instructors in the area. He's been keeping stats for us, so we're going to go inside the numbers a little bit with Jeff and have him let us know what he's been seeing here in his analysis.
Jeff, you're not live yet, so you're going to be live now on the air in 2.
Me. All right, here we go. Doing a little analysis here. We're looking at keeping some stats over the last 2 games. Very interesting totals when we look at this. We began to just keep unforced errors and winners, but we're also looking at speed ups and speed up winners, and they were very important in this game because if I look at the stats, unforced errors for Zach and Erica for each game was 12. Unforced errors for Adam and Stephanie, 11 in the first game and 12 in the second game. So really, a lot of unforced errors. But obviously, when they're not losing points, they're just losing serves or second serves. So when we look at winners, the stats were identical: 7 and 7 in the first game, 6 and 4, 6 for Zach and Erica, 4 for Adam and Seth, and really, the telltale difference of these games, the speed-ups in the games. Each team had 7 speed-ups in the first game, but speed-up winners, Erica and Zach won 7-1 of those speed-ups. And so when there's 14 speed-ups and they win 7 of them, that means a lot. I think made a big difference in the game. The second game, not much different, really, because they had a total of 6 and 5 speed-ups in that game. But the speed up winners once again was 7-1. Quite a pattern that was neat to see, I guess, firsthand. And obviously those lobs that Erica had 7 lobs in the 2 different games. Most of them made a big difference. Only 1 did she miss out of all 7. So a couple ATPs in the game. Ernie by Adam. Adam put up a couple 2 or 3 lobs himself. But really, I think the biggest difference was Zach kind of taking control. Most of the winners were on his behalf. I think he had, if I look at the first game, he basically had 14 winners to Erica's 7. So you can kind of see where the men, even in Adam's situation in the second game, Adam had only 5 winners to Zach's 8 winners. So it kind of makes a difference. I think Adam recognized that. I think he knew if he was going to come at this, he had to actually kind of be more and more aggressive, kind of try to match that aggression that we saw from Zach. But a great game, great competition. Just happy to be here courtside. Okay.
So, Jeff, as I'm hearing those stats, you're saying that the winning team and the losing team essentially had the same number of winners, but the unforced error count is really what made the difference there. So people who are watching this and trying to improve their own pickleball game, what do we take?
Let me correct you on that. The unforced errors were identical in the game. The unforced errors were identical in the game. I think the winners, I think the speed-ups made the difference in the game.
Okay.
When we did speed it up, we found that Zach and Erica were winning much more of those than Adam and Steph. And even in that sense, Steph is a softer player, very consistent, keeps the ball in play. But those winners, that's not something that she does a lot of, and she relies on the man to do that. And I think that Adam, realized that if we're going to hit winners, I got to be the one to do it. And I think it put him a lot of pressure on him. But we've seen some phenomenal points there where he was not giving up. We've seen a lot of balls go back and forth that should have been over probably 5 or 6 shots before that. So.
Yeah, very defensive game. And like you said, we were saying that up here, too, that Steph and Adam were going to have to find ways to end points. They were in a lot of points. They were keeping the point going, but they needed to find ways to end that. So that speaks to your statistics.
Absolutely. That's kind of interesting. This is the first one that we really kind of narrowed down the statistics and kind of got a good measure of what they meant. Last week we did it a lot different, a lot easier to do a mixed game than it is a men's game, kind of measuring speed-ups and winners and who'd hit that ball. And it's a lot faster pace, and it was really difficult, but it let me kind of be ready for this week and be able to kind of measure these a lot better and have some good confidence in what the numbers say.
So now how do you define an unforced error? Because somebody can hit a good shot, and maybe you get a paddle on it and don't get it back in play, but it's a little bit of a forced error. So where's your line as far as calling something an unforced error?
Well, I think a lot of unforced errors are missed drop shots, are missed dinks into the net. When Erica hit a few of those flyers that actually almost hit the flag up there a couple times, I think those obviously are unforced errors, very similar, simple to identify. I think the harder ones are if they were a winner or not. We expect some of those shots to maybe come back at this high level, but we have to kind of make a judgment call and whether it's a winner or someone that actually made an error. So.
All right, now we have our next semifinal match. Looks like we're about to get going here. The refs are going to call that. Jeff, anything real quick that you're looking for in this matchup?
No, I'm going to just do some paperwork, get ready for this match, but I got to identify who our players are. A couple of them that I don't know real well. So I want to actually, I know Sherry. Tom Wolf was one of my partners at Nationals a few years back, and he's coming off a knee replacement, I think, or a knee surgery. And Sherry's always been a very positive and powerful player. She is, unlike Steph, she is one that will actually be aggressive on the court. So kind of looking for that.
All right, thanks, Jeff. We'll look forward to hearing more of your statistical analysis as the night rolls on. So we are getting ready to start our next matchup here. Sherry Sanford, Thomas Wolf against and Jonathan Bulmer. So 2 very experienced players in Sherry and Thomas, 2 somewhat newer players in Adeline and Jonathan. Jonathan, a lot newer to the game. Adeline's now transitioned over from tennis and has played a lot of high-level pickleball in the last year plus and has risen to be one of the top players in the area. in a short amount of time. So, Tori, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm back. Takes
Still-
me
you didn't
twice
miss
as
a
long
whole
to get
lot.
anywhere. How are the stats? Was it kind of what we were saying?
The stats were pretty telling. Actually, a little bit. Jeff was saying that the difference in the amount of speed ups, Zach and Erica had more of them.
Okay.
And he thought that was the difference. Unforced errors and winners actually pretty even.
Okay.
So that was interesting.
Which is interesting because my initial analysis on what Steph and Adam needed to do to win was be more offensive.
Yeah, when we talked about that. He felt like they were just struggling to find ways to end points, which is what we were. They played so well.
They played very well. I just talked to him too.
Yep.
They said, we're tired. I said, yeah, you spent a lot of time on defense. Gets tiring. But we will see them again in the
and when
third
you get
place match.
when you get the first semifinal, you don't get the break. These two teams got a break here.
That is true.
Point.
All right, look for these teams to take a couple points here to settle into the rhythm a little bit more as they've been sitting for a minute. So we'll look for maybe a little bit of a choppy start here on both sides, and then they'll start settling in a little bit more.
0-2-1.
Didn't know that Tom was coming off of knee surgery. He's playing super well.
Oh, yeah.
Those hands. That Sherry's backhand has been from that left side.
Do we know if they play together often?
They do. I know that they have.
Okay. So I think, yeah, she's a really strong left-sided player, which goes very well with his left hand problem that he's got there.
That's the problem.
Side out.
Did you catch that?
I did catch that.
Oh, we love a good lefty.
We do.
2-0-1.
You, me, no. Both are forehands.
Oh, nice play.
Great playing there by Tom, yeah.
That was a very, very lefty point there.
Very lefty.
He set it up very well for himself to finish it in the middle there and force them to keep hitting a middle ball where both forehands are covering.
Side out.
And hits that back line again.
What does it say about me that sometimes I don't like playing with lefties and I don't like playing against lefties?
0-2-1.
That's why I said it was a problem.
It is a problem.
I don't know that I've played with a ton of lefties, to be honest. I wonder if I would like it.
Point.
Knowing how much you like your
I do like
to
my
take
backhand.
the middle, but you like your forehand in the middle, and so you're always running
1-2-1.
into each other there. I think that's the problem. If you're a righty that likes your forehand, and you play with a lefty, there's got to be a decision on who takes those.
Yeah, fair.
Second
Great.
serve.
Well placed by Jonathan there, right at the feet. It's a tough ball to pick up, especially if you've just had knee surgery and can't quite get low.
And in addition to that, I think Jonathan hits the ball pretty hard. So
I don't know. He's got that head paddle over there.
that thing is
Side out.
You need to stand down on your head paddle.
Is it the paddle or is it the player, Alan? We need to know.
It's clearly both, a little of both. But
2-1-1.
your slander towards head's paddle here is not. It's not working out for you, Tori.
It's not slander. It's just observation.
Second
Tom
serve.
says, "I see your head paddle, and I will hit a winner with this old Franklin."
With my Ben Johns Franklin paddle. I think Ben John signed with Yola how many years ago?
It's been a little bit.
2 years ago.
Right.
Side out.
Amazing. I love it. Here's the other observation, though.
1-2-1.
Both of them are playing with white paddles, which will soon be banned. I think
Ooh.
both of those paddles have too much white
Right.
to
They're gonna
technically be
have to-
legal.
They're going to have to get forced to switch to new paddles.
So, interesting little observation there. Maybe it's a little harder for players to see the ball when playing against them. That's what the whole thing with the pros has been. I mean, I even heard on a podcast I listened to that some people are more scared of playing against someone with a white paddle than a delaminated paddle because it's harder for them to see a fastball being hit at them with like a delaminated paddle. Ooh,
Side out.
tough. All right, so off to a tied start here. Serve goes back to Adeline and Jonathan.
Point.
It's a really good drop. And we are going to audio. We're going to still
3,
watch
2,
this
1.
game, and we're going to have Pat interview the winners of semifinal number 1, Erica and Zach. They will kind of be tuned in here audio-wise while we
Point.
keep the camera on semifinal number 2.
Great, yeah. Pickleball Pat here. I'm with finalists Zach and Erica, and we're up in the booth here spectating this
4,
match
2,
and
1.
be providing some commentary from the players here as we go.
Right? I mean, you can turn this back on. I just want water.
Point.
Ooh, just a little deep. So I've never seen Sherry play before. I've seen her name around, but
5, 2,
man,
1.
she has such a wicked backhand drive. She's just been ripping balls left and right that I saw in the first match. Jonathan is also a new player to me. He seems super solid. He's got these amazing gets all over the court.
I want Zach's take on Jonathan because I don't know much about his game, but you know him from tennis, right? Yeah, I want your assessment of how he's coming along here because he's clearly pretty good for how little he's played.
We have our first rafter ball.
Oh, we did.
Second serve.
Sorry, I was.
I haven't seen anyone hit the ceiling with a lob yet since I've been watching.
Yeah.
Erica tried.
The booth is here.
The lob
5,
queen.
2, 2.
Zach, we're hoping to get your input on Jonathan here as from tennis player to tennis player transitioning into the pickleball world. Any thoughts on Jonathan's game here and how he's coming along in this world?
Yeah, so I know Johnny for a while. He went to Davenport a couple years after I was there. Met him through some mutual friends and been playing with him a little bit over the kind of last couple of months. I know he's kind of just breaking into the system, but he's got great hands, great control. He sees the ball really well. He's got that vision from a tennis player, but he also has the quick hands with the strong wrists.
7, 2, 2.
Flicking. I think once he understands kind of just like how to be patient and see the court a little bit better, he'll turn into a really solid player. But he's definitely got the ability to get there. He's just so new, he's just going to have to work his way into it.
Side out.
Yeah, right on. Great insight. I've been incredibly impressed by his game here today. And Adeline, too, is a relatively new player. I think she's been in the game about 2 years now.
2,
or
7,
something.
1.
And
Yeah, just about.
yeah, you know, you see the tennis influence in her game as well. And yeah, it's amazing to see how far all these incredible players have come in such a short time.
You know, you say incredible. I say a little bit annoying to people who've been playing for a long time. You're just going to walk in here and play at this level, but all the more power to it. It is impressive.
I feel that. I've been working it for 10 years, kind of. So.
Point.
I'm joking, of course.
No, he's not.
No, I might not be.
Definitely not
I'll
joking.
I'll leave it up to
4,
interpretation.
7, 1.
Here's your problem, though, Alan.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
The tennis players come in with really great power shots, seeing the court really well, super strong overhead, super good movement. Takes a minute for the soft game to come along.
Second
You
serve.
just choose not to practice the soft game.
My soft game's coming along.
Okay, see, there.
Yeah.
Savage cleanup
I
from
did.
Jonathan there.
Stop talking about what's happening on the court, Pat. Tori and I are working out our differences.
Side out.
Baby. Full stretch, almost.
I think Sherry and Thomas need to
7,
get
4,
up to the
1.
net a little bit more here.
Interesting to see them maybe try to slow it down on these.
Ooh,
and then-
or hit a tricky
or
ball right
never-
there.
She just says, shut up.
Sherry's
Alan."
two-handed backhand is wild.
It is nasty.
7, 4, 2.
I don't think it matters what color her paddle is.
No,
Right
she's hitting a. She hits a. It almost takes the higher two-handed backhand, hits it down. It makes it really hard to
4,
return
7,
for the
1.
other team.
And she rocks that bandana super well, which
I love it.
I respect.
Yeah, Sherry's backhand is so impressive here. She's just everywhere.
Second
Seems
serve.
to be able to rotate well to get into it. Yeah, any
Welcome to your first announcer jinx of the day.
right? Won't be the last, probably.
Welcome.
4, 7, 2.
Yeah, Erica, any thoughts here on how these ladies are playing, what they're maybe thinking about as they go through this match?
Point.
So I do know Sherry a little bit. She lives down in Kalamazoo, and she would come up last summer, I think it was, and she absolutely loves drilling. So that's where she
5,
gets
7,
all her just so solid, consistent shots. But yeah, last year she would come up and make us girls drill for like a half an hour before we played every week, and she loves doing different things. We'd all bring a different drill, and it was fun.
I have a strategic question for you, Erica. You place your lobs really well. What makes you decide when to and not to pull the trigger on one of those? What do you look for when you're like, okay, this is a good opportunity to throw one of those up?
I initially started lobbing when I didn't think I could win the dink rally. But then I realized it was just kind of a fun way to reset the point and just make them think and start over again. And sometimes you get a new layout when they come back in. And
Is it fun,
it's really good
Erica?
with Zach because he just destroys when the court gets opened up and cuts one of those angles, and it just makes it really easy.
Slide out.
I don't. Sometimes even when I play like the 6'4" guys, I really go for the lob because it's like a challenge type of a thing, but usually doesn't end up very well.
You've heard it here first. Erica is so good. She's challenging herself to lob over someone that's 6'4".
Yeah. Do you try to go over their backhand side?
I don't think about it, I don't think.
You just throw it, you don't? Yeah.
No, I don't think about it. I just try to throw it high enough where they're going to have to move.
I like, well, it is effective. How are you liking your black ace, by the way?
I like it. It feels very similar to the gearbox, and
Oof.
Oh, really good shots by Sherry.
Yeah, can't quite pick that one up.
You are 6-7-2.
So yeah, the black ace is known as a power paddle. You don't seem to be having a problem dinking or hitting good touch lobs and things with it, though. But did it take a minute to calibrate?
Not really. It felt pretty much the same, so it was an easy switch.
Well, if anybody from Black Ace is listening,
everyone from Black Ace is listening.
Maybe they should sponsor Erica. Do they sponsor you yet?
No.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Let's get on it. She's really active on social media. If I know there's one thing
she's
I
really
know
active.
about Erica is that she's
really active under her husband's profile. So maybe they should reach out to Ben.
Maybe he should get the sponsorship. Yeah.
Point.
I've seen her list a couple things on Facebook Marketplace. All right. All right, back into the game here. We've got a pretty close one. Lots of power in this game.
Tons of power.
Haven't seen a ton of dink rallies yet. Ooh, set it up well.
Yes, that is what she wants.
That is her bread and butter. Doesn't miss that one too often.
I'm just so impressed here by the quality of Johnny's resets here, down low and out wide. He just seems to always just glide it back into that kitchen so easy.
If you watched him play, you would not think like this guy's new because he's got good drops and resets and things. He's not just a banger.
Yeah, his fundamentals are on point.
And
really good.
I also wouldn't think like he hasn't played.
He's not immune to the jinx. So.
7-8-2.
We control everything.
Will you guys set up at my next tournament and just say nice things about my opponent the whole time and jinx them? Jinx me to a medal. Can you do that?
Well, we won't be saying nice things about you.
You don't have to. Yeah. I don't want that.
Slide out.
You know what your problem is, Alan. Thanks, Tori.
I'm curious if anyone's going to attempt to slow it down a little bit. Either one of the teams. It's been pretty quick here.
Yeah, it seems like a really fast-paced
Well,
game.
here we go. Literally.
Wow.
Great block.
Point.
Look at that. They kind of listened.
Yeah, you should take full credit for that point.
Obviously.
I like the bandana get up here, too.
9-7-1.
That's kind of novel in the
Yeah,
pickleball world.
yeah.
Point.
The classic, after missing the return. Get that a lot.
10-7-1.
This will be game point attempt number 1.
Just wide.
Yeah.
She's setting herself up
She's
really
gotten
well
yes.
for
Second
it.
serve.
Just missing it. I feel like she just takes off 10% of that. It's going in.
I might suggest to
10-7-2.
Sherry and Thomas that they stop giving her looks at that, though.
Yeah, because she's going to hone that in.
Game.
A
Great
well-played
first
yeah.
game.
Fast-paced.
Fast pace. Let's see if anyone tries to slow it down or if they sit in the fast game out here.
Yeah, pretty tight game. It'll be interesting to see how the strategy changes here as we switch ends.
I think, yeah, you know, Tom, it's interesting, too, when you talk about trying to slow the game down. You still got to play your style of game, and I think Thomas and Sherry like the fast-paced game. And
I agree, but when you're playing with people as good as everyone is here, I also think changing speeds, like the team that changes the speed the most, not necessarily sitting in a slow game, but causing some change up, causing some pattern changes, is going to be the team that comes out on top, because the other team is going to have to adjust to that more. So then it becomes who is better at adjusting to the game change a little bit more. I mean, with how close that game was even. But if you're just tuning in, this is our second semifinal of the day. These players will be playing for first and third. The winner will go to our final match, which will be streamed here on Championship Court number 1, as well as the loser of this game playing for third place on Championship Court number 1. There is also
Jeff Howlett has some stats he wants to contribute here from that first game of this match. So we're going to go down to Jeff and see if we can. Jeff, what do you got for us?
Okay, can you hear me? Got it.
We can.
So this game a little bit different. We saw a difference in unforced errors. Jonathan Adelin had only 10, where Tom and Sherry had 16. I think some of those were pulling the trigger maybe when they shouldn't have, hitting in the top of the net. The winners were almost identical, 6 and 5 for each team. Speed ups, 6 and 6. Speed up winners. Tom and Sherry actually won more of the points they sped up. So we actually had 13 lobs from Adelin. So that kind of was a telltale of resetting those points, wearing them out a little bit. So let's see what this game holds.
Now, I would say Adeline was strategically lobbing people that might be a little bit older or can't move as well, but I know she loves the lob, so
Yeah,
I don't know that that was a strategy. But
great shot.
As I said before, as Jeff just pointed out too, maybe not pulling the trigger as much and cutting out some of those unforced errors by setting up a point a little bit more might be beneficial to
What's the call? Good.
You do have a dog sleeping on the court, if you haven't noticed yet.
But he's so cute, though.
He is.
Oh, he's like, I don't want to move.
302.
He's like, what am I doing wrong?
Is that dog Pickles, the dog that the sport is named after?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Side out.
Oh, what a sweet boy.
We got him all the way here from Washington. So that's a good start for Thomas and Sherry. They are such a great complementary doubles team, because obviously a lefty, his forehand is in the middle, so you want somebody that has a strong backhand on that side.
Point.
And so it's such an interesting pairing there. They're perfect.
They're very good pairing, very complementary to each other. And as you see here,
1-3-1.
they are not switching, it doesn't seem, on defense. So look for Adeline and Jonathan to press the middle a lot more, maybe cause some confusion there.
Kissing the rafters there.
A lot of lobs. And she's upping her. Oh, Jeff, did you count all of those?
5 lobs.
5 of them.
5
Yeah.
lobs there.
Yeah.
A little bit of frustration out of Sherry and Thomas there. That's tough. It's tough to not be able to put away that ball on some really good lobs.
Second serve.
That's part of the benefit of the lobs, though. You make your opponent uncomfortable.
Make them a little frustrated.
Make them think about it.
2-3-2.
Make them hate your guts.
Make 'em hate your
I was going to say, I don't love the lob. I'm not going to lie. It's
Right
not
out.
my favorite shot to get against me, but
Hey, it's fair game, right?
it's a great play. If you're good at it,
3,
you
2,
should do
1.
it. I agree.
Right. I hit about 2 lobs all year until a week ago, and I was trying to be a jerk and just was hitting a lob every other shot
Second
in
serve.
a match with some friends, and they got so mad like I might have lost my friends just about. So that's
Friends-
a great weapon
yeah,
to pull out. You know,
friends don't
honestly.
lob friends.
Yeah, I
3, 2,
try
2.
not to.
We don't mess around here in Grand Rapids.
It's good to have it in the bank, though. It's like if you lob me one time, I'm just going to lob you repeatedly. You know.
Well, I think it when you play somebody who can lob you, especially from the kitchen line, you're always kind of uncomfortable dinking with them. You're always wondering, like, when is this coming?
Yeah.
Just like you keep people honest to the left and right and into the middle, like you keep people honest on coming up too aggressively and not being prepared to, fall back sometimes for that lob. So,
On a different note, guess who slowed down the ball and guess who got the point?
Exactly. I notice too often we try to hit a lob hard, return of a lob hard back at them. It just feeds them another opportunity. Sometimes you just want to bring them down, give them junk back at their feet, not overpower that.
I would say that's how a lot of the pros are playing the lob too. A lot of them have implemented it into their game, and I would say 80% of the time they're hitting a drop shot off of the lob instead of a line drive. So already in this game, that is dirty.
Filthy.
Already in this game, you've seen a lot more dink setups.
Point.
Thomas says way in, which it was. It was a very good shot.
3, 4, 1.
Bob had his view obstructed.
Point. Four, 4, 1.
Tied up here at 4-4 in game 2. Ooh. Wow, great hands by Jonathan. He was
right at his shoulder.
Great spot and well defended.
So after an early lead
5,
for
4,
Thomas and Sherry, Adeline and Jonathan are trying to keep us from our beloved third game. We're up 5-4 now. Just a reminder, this is the second semifinal. We had 8 teams start in a single elimination as far as getting
5, 4,
the money,
2.
but everybody else
Correct.
is playing points draw in the back and on other streams
Point.
if you want to catch that. So it's kind of a do or die type
6,
tournament,
4, 2.
all taking place in one night, and somebody will go home with $800 as a duo, and the second place team will get $200,
Right out.
and then get priority in the big
Championship. The $3,000
$3,000
mixed
It's a
4,
whole
6,
premier
1.
night.
That's a whole lot of wedding decor right there. Tori.
It covers about half of a DJ.
Second
Half
serve.
of the who are you getting to DJ? Are you getting Lil Wayne to come?
Maybe.
4,
I will
6,
also
2.
mention, too, for viewers out there, this event is going to be played multiple times throughout the winter, and it is available for signups if your
Side out.
team duper, as both the male and female combined, is a 9.2, I believe.
6, 4, 1.
So if you are interested in playing and have a team that exceeds that duper, look for the signups because this is a super fun event, a great way to play super high-level pickleball and win money if you win it.
Are you gonna have pickleball involved in your wedding?
I should. I don't know. It's
Point.
too many decisions.
That wasn't the first thing you two discussed. I'm disappointed, mightily.
Our venue is picky.
I don't know if you just noticed, but
Oh, it's not here. I thought the
7,
wedding was
4.
going to be. Sorry, Jeff.
just on that play there, we talked about Tom and them not returning a lob with something
Point.
powerful, and they didn't. They actually brought him to the net.
Time
It
out
didn't
on
pay
my
off
right.
for them, but that's a good
Score is
strategy, I
8,
believe. You got
4,
one lob in a row instead of 5.
Right. They can't hit another one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the pros kind of resort to that. However, they might be a little bit better at getting back to the fence than some of us. They might have a little more time to hit a good drop.
I don't know, though. Until one of us foot races one of them, we don't really know.
I mean, I'm going to take out everyone right now. Listen, I'm a speedy demon.
So are you going to paint your aisle purple that you walk down, like a
I'm
kitchen?
sure they would love that. I should talk to Dan about having my after party here.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. Are we gonna live stream can I commentate on your wedding?
Please.
I want to be part of that.
Yeah, Jeff.
I definitely
Jeff
want to
and
be part of
Alan
that.
can commentate
Absolutely.
on the wedding.
Jeff can keep
Perfect.
stats.
I'll keep
on that.
stats.
Yep. Ryan rolled his eyes 6 times during Tori's vows.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's really good.
So let me talk
content.
stats just for a second here, just a little intermission. But
Speaking of stats.
you know, right now, what a lead in, right? Segue. So really, it's weird, actually. The score 6-4, I think Jonathan up against Tom and Sherry, but they've actually had more unforced errors. But they've actually had a lot more winners, and that's, I think, the big telltale right now is they're speeding the ball up a little more, and they're taking advantage of those and hitting some winners.
So maybe Thomas and Sherry shouldn't take my advice of trying to slow it down, as I think they have been doing a little bit, and stick with a little bit of a faster game potentially.
Well, if you can hit that many winners, which Adeline and Jonathan can, like you're gonna miss some of those balls. So you give and take. You get.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I think there's something to be said about when you take those shots too. Is it when you're serving or is it when you're defending? You know, there's something to be said about trying to prevent your opponents from getting a point and, you know, choosing when to take the riskier shot.
I would agree.
Second serve.
High risk, high reward. High risk, low
so you
reward.
don't just drive. Okay, I get it.
Nah, you don't.
Sure you do.
9-4.
Yeah, we'll see if he implements it or not.
The thing is, I'm never playing for $3,000. If I was, maybe I'd slow it down.
Nah, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you're right.
Ooh, a sneaky
out.
little flicky flick from under the net for Thomas
Flicky
there.
flick.
I like it.
In the stat world, we'd call that a speed up. But it was a great shot.
The licky
No,
flick.
what? How many flicky flicks? have
That
each
wasn't a
team
flicky
hit, Jeff?
flick.
Yeah.
Jeff, did you
I don't have a
notice?
column for the flicky flicks.
Jeff, did you notice you're not on the main broadcast? That's because you use words like speed up. I use words like flicky flick.
I watch a lot of pickleball
5-9-1.
technique YouTube videos. I've never heard them mention a flicky flick, so maybe I'm watching the wrong channel.
You are.
Where? Come on, Jordan Briones, where are you?
I just don't know.
Second serve.
I can't quite tell if she lost the ball on the light or what
it was
happened
a little bit
there.
of an off speed.
Yeah. Just
Nice
mistimed
funky
it,
ball.
maybe.
Yeah.
Side
Oh,
out.
no, she's all up in arms. She called timeout. Give her a second to reset.
9-5-1.
So Adeline and Jonathan have the serve. If they get to 11
serve.
here, they will take the match in 2 games.
That little whip forehand that Tom does is
It's tricky.
it is a.
He pulls it
great
from
shot.
under the net too, so you can't quite track it.
Looks like it has a different spin on it too. when
It's
that's
well,
coming up.
lefty probably.
Oh yeah,
You know that
that's
whole
right,
problem.
The whole problem.
10-5-2.
In the Renaissance era, they made all kids hit right-handed until they learned. Bit of history for you.
Well, he must not be from the Renaissance.
Side out.
No. It's much too young for that.
Jonathan's looking up here laughing at me. I didn't.
5-10-1.
I love the interaction we're getting from the players
They-
this
yes.
time.
Second
When the
serve.
men were playing, I don't think they looked at
They
us
are
once.
very aware that we're up here.
And just, it's because they're all our friends. They
The
know
eye
we're
in
just
the sky.
ragging on them. Oh, I love it.
5-10-2.
All right. Oh,
Point.
and here they come. So they held them off on match point, and now Sherry and Thomas are
6-10-2.
making a little run of their own, try to make it more interesting here. Potentially a game 3, dare I say.
I don't think we've talked enough about how you get stuck at 10 sometimes.
No,
I
we've
mean,
never mentioned
We've
that.
never mentioned 2
No.
weeks. We've hardly talked about it. It's just kind of like me hitting you in the jaw in a game, too. We didn't hear about that at all last week.
Never heard of that. Oh, it's
Side
a good
out.
play, good coverage in the middle there. After 2 missed returns from Jonathan and Adeline. Actually. Coming in hot. All right, let's see. This is
10-7-1.
try number 1 for match point.
So when your officiant starts the ceremony, will they say 0-0 start?
Second serve.
I hope so. It is my friend. I could convince her.
10-7-2.
All right, and this is match point attempt number 2, and
is.
they
Big
get
serve.
it. And no one knows that that was match point. So a great match, well played. Adeline and Jonathan will be moving on to finals to play Erica and Zach. And Sherry and Thomas will be playing for third place against Steph and Adam. So really great matches coming up here. Stay tuned. We will go down to Pat on court side, who will interview our winners, Adeline and Jonathan, and see what their insight is for the next match.
Nothing to be ashamed of, your Thomas.
No,
It's
amazing.
so well today, and
So
especially
great.
in that match too. Gave Jonathan and Adeline
Definitely a run
really
for their
good
money. I mean, they
real
had some
run for their money.
amazing
So-
shots.
All right, Pat is standing by with our winners. Let's go down to Pickleball Pat.
Hi, I'm here with Adeline and Johnny. Congrats on your semifinal victory here. You're heading into the finals, and what a great match you had. You know, it got off to a slow start, 0-3 in the first game, but after that, you seemed fully in control. Jonathan, you were owning the middle there. How does it feel coming from the tennis world, getting into pickleball? What's going through your mind as you transition into this wonderful sport?
Yeah, I mean, I started playing just for fun, and I mean, it's so enjoyable and so easy to play, and not be good. I'm nowhere near. Anyway, but I just love pickleball, and I mean, the volleys definitely help. I played a lot of doubles in college, and just I mean, I think that's where my hands come from. And yeah.
Yeah, right on. Well, great playing out there. And Adeline, it seemed like they were feeding a few to your wheelhouse, your forehand overhead early there. You're smacking some hard balls at them. Yeah, so what's the game plan here going into the finals? Going to stick with the game plan and try to change it up for Zach and Erica? They've been ice cold tonight, so going to have to bring it.
Our game plan is, we don't have it yet. We're going to keep running. We've been playing good. We've been on a good streak, hopefully to keep the same. Stay consistent with Erica and Zach for sure.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, it's been some amazing play here. So any thoughts about what you're going to use your prize money for should you win here today?
I think I'm going to buy a full-length mirror for my room.
That's a great call. All right, well, thanks. Good luck in the finals here, Adeline and Johnny, and back to the booth with Alan and Tori.
All right, thanks, Pat. Coming up next, we have the final. We're going to find out who takes home $800. Nobody is trying to pay rent so far.
Yes,
this
but we're
week.
buying a mirror
Buying
now.
a full-length mirror. That's a good.
So, you know,
$400.
that's like a really good mirror. I'm like, can I go over to her house to take my selfies? Because that's an investment. I do know we're taking a little trip up to TC, so maybe she'll use some of that money to buy me some wine.
Oh.
That's what I'm hoping.
Whatever's left over from this mirror will end up going towards wine. So we're going to go down to Jeff. He's got some statistics for us from that last match. Jeff, what do you got for us?
11-7 here. It was a little different this game, actually. We found that there were a lot more speed-ups on Jonathan Adeline's part in this game. They had 6 speed-ups to Tom and Sherry's only 2 this time. And Sherry kind of settled in and not, like, I think she was listening to the booth saying, hey, I think they ought to slow that down a little bit. But it didn't really pay off for them, even though they came close to coming back. But we've seen a lot more winners, speed-up winners and regular winners of 10 to Jonathan and Adeline to only 3 from Tom and Sherry. So we still saw a lot of them lobs. We had 9 lobs coming at Tom and Sherry, and I think they handled them better. We only seen 1 series of 5 in a row instead of 2 or 3 of those series. So, but well played for both teams. You know, it's one of the things that obviously being an older player playing for a lot of years so far, it's really hard to beat youth on the court. I'll be very honest with you, and it's just it makes a big difference. And you can come close, but it's really hard to overcome that difference of getting to every ball and running to something. It's a matter of attrition to some extent. So.
Oh, come on,
It is.
Jeff.
You know, obviously.
If you're hitting a better shot because you've played longer, then you shouldn't have to
no,
move.
come on, Tori. You know better than that. It is, as we've seen, we can definitely, you know, we look at stats and we look at when we have tournaments with a lot of mixed play, when we don't have a bracket that's all one age, it definitely plays a factor. And I think that's what they're up against. But I think 11-7, you know, not a bad score in both of those games. So
no, really tough. They played some great points.
Absolutely. Sherry's been one of those players that really kind of came up to that 4 or 5 level before a lot of the women in town, all these women that are playing that level now. She was there way back when and pretty much dominating. She had that powerful backhand that just drove the ball to you, and it was really hard to defend. So Tom and Sherry have had a lot of success playing together. One of those good examples of a husband and wife being successful and still on the court, still living in the same house after a hard competition even like tonight.
All right, so a quick little update here. It looks like our third place match will be played on court 2. So that will have its own stream. If you guys want to tune in to watch Adam and Steph and Thomas and Sherry, they will be playing for third place on court 2. And I believe they will be playing best 2 out of 3 to 11, just like the rest of the matches here. Coming back to championship court, we will see Adeline and Jonathan play Erica and Zach for all the money, for the $800.
Yeah, and I agree with Jeff that to an extent age matters, especially when they're a couple of former college tennis player beasts. But Sherry and Thomas would beat a lot of younger teams.
Oh,
at
tons.
the high level.
I mean,
and
they beat
did
people
tonight.
today.
So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think, they are.
And I mean, they still very well could beat Adam and Steph as well. I mean, there's,
If they-
Tom did a little paddle switch. Oh my goodness.
He's got the newer Franklin now. I hope that he didn't do that to appease us.
There's no way. So here's an interesting combo as we take it to championship court here. So Adeline and Zach have actually primarily only played mixed together for the past year and a half, I would say. They are a very well-known mixed team, and it for this tournament, they have split it up. So I'm not sure how much they have played against each other, which is an interesting look at things.
I don't think they've played against each other in a tournament setting.
Ever.
Trying to think, is it ever?
I think so, because I don't
Yeah.
think Adeline has played with anyone else as far as I know.
I think they're, I saw some.
I think
things where
Zach has played with other people. I don't think Adeline has.
Okay. We'll take your word for it.
So that will be an interesting little storyline as they have not played against each other very much.
Well, they should know each other.
They
pretty
should,
well.
but sometimes when you do and you're playing against someone that you know well, it does make it a little trickier because you're sitting on certain shots and expecting certain things and maybe loading up a little bit accordingly.
We'll have to make sure I'm on point with watching out for lobs. We'll keep track of that very clearly in this game because obviously Erica kind of knows that game as well, so we'll see how that plays out. But I think there's probably 3 of the players on the court right now that power is their dominant part of the game, so it'll be interesting. And Erica, very honestly, isn't her natural, but she sure has it. And so
she does.
This could be really exciting to watch.
Yes, should be a really great. And you're right on, Jeff. We've got your lab count might be pretty high in this game. With
I better get an extra pad of paper.
you
in a
might,
minute.
yes. Make sure that your pen has plenty of ink, or you have refill lead if you're using a mechanical pencil.
What if he's just using a regular pencil? He's screwed.
You
You better find a sharpener. Yeah, so this will be super fun.
Can you say screwed on the air?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Well, we've said it twice.
We're not on a 5-second delay either, so.
Dump.
Yeah.
Dump.
Yep.
Okay.
Can you really not? Is
I
that a
don't
bad
know.
word? I'm like, oh no. Maybe I should get kicked
Adam,
off.
just a shout out, or Alan, just a shout out. I hear that you're going to be at Coral Gables this weekend. Is that true?
I am going to be at Coral Gables.
So sorry, I'm going to have to miss that. I love going down there, and obviously love your comedy act. And I know I've heard you use the word screwed a couple times actually in your act. As
Oh
well,
yeah. I use
yeah.
much worse than that. If I'm using screwed, it must be a corporate show. So.
My fellow friend here, Alan, is a comedian. However, he's not very funny on
I
this
know.
stream. Honestly,
I'm
like,
funny. My
where's the
my-
jokes?
My
He is-
pickleball game is funnier than my.
Oh, I hear they're throwing T-shirts from the mezzanine.
Oh, I can't wait to try to hit
I
people.
gotta set my mic down a minute. I'm not sure. I might want one of these.
Just like I'm gonna go out in center court.
Brooklyn Aces MLP shirts.
Are you ready?
So yeah,
Well, we got to throw shirts
we're gonna
first.
throw shirts.
All right.
How
Hand
are
me
we-
some
wait,
shirts.
We have a lot of net. How are we gonna get them to people?
I'm aiming right for Ray Ray.
Can we? Let's see. Wait, see if we can. I'm gonna try to drop this over the net.
Yes. What would you like?
Oh, I'm gonna drop one
We're
right on
just
someone's
gonna
head.
we're just gonna start throwing them.
Okay, ready?
Sorry, I missed the broadcast until right now, so just let me know what you want me to say.
Pat, you got to tell the audience that we're about to throw T-shirts so that
Well, I'm
nobody
going
gets
to
hit
drop
by
on
them.
Rex's head right now.
Oh, that's short. We're going to... People are yelling my name. I don't know what
This
size
is
that
stressful.
Yeah. Oh, or
There's like a pole up here.
yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get these there. I'm gonna try.
Oh, now I'm just. That's for you.
In baseball, you don't throw over 4 nets.
Yeah, there's like a pipe right in front of me. Like.
It's too late. Sorry.
We've got unhappy customers.
Stand up,
out
Larry.
there.
We would have got one to you.
That was stressful. It was fun.
Now that that's over.
So we are starting our championship match. Whoop whoop! The winner of this match will get an automatic entry into the $3,000 prize tournament in April. They will also go home today with $800. The second place team will go home with $200 and a whole lot of points to hopefully get them into the championships in April as well. We have Adeline and Jonathan playing Zach and Erica.
Slide out.
I would expect to see a lot of power in this game, a lot of finesse on Erica's part, and a lot of hands battles, I'm going to say.
Yeah, she's like Jeff said, we got 3 largely power players, and it's not that Erica doesn't have power, but she plays more of a finesse game. So it'll be interesting to see if she can kind of be the kryptonite to the power game on the other side. That that is good. Right on the line from Zach Chambers.
Uh, 101. Okay. 102.
That's Zach taking up area in the middle, surface area, with a good drive, and then following up that by getting up there and putting the ball away. And he does it again. All right, the winner count so far for Zach, pretty high, keeping Jeff's mechanical pencil busy.
Did we verify what he was using?
We did not. That's another mystery that we like to leave some suspense for the end.
Ooh, gets it off the nut there.
He said sorry before that ball even hit the ground.
Did you text Don Lee?
I did not text Don Lee.
402.
I don't want to, if he's got it on automatic renewal for his card, I don't want to alert him and take money away from the club.
Fair. All right, so Erica and Zach off to a hot start here.
502.
What do we think Adeline and Jonathan need to do here to get a couple?
I do think there have been some unforced errors, and as we've talked about with teams playing against Erica and Zach, it's about keeping Zach honest. He's gotten into the middle and ended some points.
Ooh, what a
Although
dig.
when he's hitting shots like that,
It's tough.
it's easier said than done.
Yeah, that was a great dig, and Adeline again set herself up pretty well there and just missed it.
Got that one.
Her cut return is tricky.
It is.
She really cuts that ball and forces you to hit a higher ball back up over the net, which, again, will set up either her or Jonathan, wherever the ball's going, for a faster shot.
That is the Erica shot. She's hit a couple of those.
Didn't hit it hard. Just put it where she needed to put it.
072.
And there's a little power out of Erica. She
can do
said,
it. Yeah.
she said, you know what?
I paid money for this black ace. I might as well do what it's known for.
7-0-1.
Just a quick reminder, too, we do have a third place match going on Court 2 stream if you want to tune in on that as well.
Yeah. If you like Adam or Steph or Sherry and Thomas, they're playing over there. If you like
8-0-1.
bandanas and bad backhands and diving on the ground, that's the match for you.
And good backhands, too.
And good backhands, that's
I'd
right.
say Sherry's is pretty good. All right, so a very hot start here for Zach and
8-0-2.
Erica.
Trying to get us to bed on time.
That was a really good drop.
Point.
He cut that a lot.
Zach's got the cut, for sure.
That was a nice shot.
No, point. 9-0-2.
It's really quiet in here
I
again.
know. Maybe they can hear us.
I think that's why the players look up here.
Side out.
Zach ran it well, but wasn't quite able to convert on that.
He didn't look up here, though. He knew that it was the right decision, right shot.
It was.
He knows we're not questioning that.
0-9-1.
No, just
Sometimes you just miss.
missed the conversion there.
That's a great drop right there from Jonathan. His
So that's a great drop, but why aren't they getting to the net on that drop? They need to be at the net when he hits that shot.
They
1-9-1.
both seem to like to hang back.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, maybe
It's gotten
theirs
them
too.
here. I mean, when you can drive the ball that well and you can hit lobs.
But if you can drive the ball that well, you should be following it in to hit that next shot. Because if Erica gets that in the court, if you're at the net, you can put that away a lot easier.
As we've established too, they're both relatively new to the sport, so.
Right. That's a
We're getting
beautiful
there, yeah.
ball. Little bit closer to the net there, and hit it behind
So
Zach.
Adeline plays with the previous Revelin model, but before that she was playing with a
3-9-1.
Temper, right?
Yes, she was sponsored by Temper, and wanted to switch it up a little bit. So she is trying out the Revlin.
And Zach plays with the Electrum.
Electrum. Al
Pro
and I
2.
have both dabbled / still dabble with that.
Oh, I don't dabble with it. It is my paddle.
Okay. Well, you were dabbling for a little bit.
I was.
I did like that paddle. Ooh, what a great ball by Jonathan.
And if anybody wants an Electrum Pro 2, I believe Tori has one for sale.
I do. Only
And,
hit with a couple times.
You want to help her pay for her DJ?
Oh, no.
4-9-1.
I got to get out here and play so I can pay for him.
You win that much money in pickleball? Oh, this event.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. You got to get that $3,000.
I've been talking about how great I am at mix. I'm really talking myself up for any potential partner.
The lobber gets lobbed.
Ooh, that's got to be the worst. At least I know I'm not good at lobs.
I know I'm not good, but I hit them
4-9-2.
anyway.
Oh, what a return. See, he came up to the net and attacked that.
Erica pulling the
Side
trigger
out.
on a
But
speed
they
up.
let her.
They did.
They let her get into her offense instead of attacking one of her
9-4-1.
not miss hits, but
But
higher balls.
that was also an example we were talking about of like Erica has offense. She just
Oh,
knows
absolutely.
exactly when to use it.
But she pulls it out when she needs it, and they let her get into that. Oh,
And that's a tricky shot.
Point.
Talk about net cords from Zach. That one just makes you wanna kick things.
10-4-1.
He did put his hand up, but we all know.
So
Ooh,
kind.
yeah,
Same guy.
Serve.
same guy. That's our first one of the night.
Ooh, Andy gives a
10-4-2.
little chat. He said it was there. A little animosity between
don't know.
partners here.
Side out.
Ex-partners.
Yeah, I don't always like it when people say that when they're like, it was there. And I was like, no, it wasn't. I was standing right there.
You're like, yeah, but you missed
I was
it.
standing right in front of you.
Guess what? You missed it, so it doesn't matter. I think sometimes it's just one of those things you have to tell yourself because you missed the ball.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, like, keep myself in a good mental space. I'm going to say, like, it was there.
And learn to self-soothe.
4-10-2.
Exactly.
It's a really good
Side out.
return.
Yeah.
Making that a tough drop for Jonathan.
And this will be game point number 1 here.
10-4-1.
Attempt number 1. Wow, what a
Wowzers.
point.
What a point indeed. Several shots there that would have been amazing on their own.
Every player played that well. That was really good. And Adeline and Jonathan hold off the first attempt at game point. Oh,
that's a great spot.
Jonathan went to cover the
yeah.
ATP. Adeline didn't quite come over, and Erica hits it in a perfect spot.
Once again, just backing up our talk about how good her decision making is.
So good. I probably would have shanked that ball somewhere that it didn't need to go.
I didn't want to bring that up, but I was thinking it.
Oh, because you would have made the best decision there.
The speed up down the middle, that's my whole game. I would have made the same decision. I would have made the exact same decision Erica did.
Same place and everything. No, she read it really well. She saw Jonathan coming out, and Adeline didn't quite cover middle as quickly as she could have there. And Erica took advantage of that and just placed it really well in the middle. And again, with a little bit of power. A little bit of power, a little bit of finesse.
So Zach and Erica proving the odds makers right so far, making them the 1 seed and the heavy favorite. 11-4 victory in the first. So
I think she's giving him some insight. She's like, listen, I know exactly what's going on here. This is what we need to do.
I think she's saying, you stay over there.
Let me start taking the balls.
Yeah.
Listen. Listen here.
And for Adeline and Jonathan, you got another look at it now. You got to see again if you picked up anything in game 1 that you can adjust and do differently. But again, I think their game it's built upon power, and so I think you got to keep cranking a little bit if you're Jonathan and Adeline.
I agree. Let's bring it down to Jeff to get a little bit of stat insight here before we start game 2 of our championship match.
All right. Am I live?
You are live.
Here
sir.
we go. So unforced errors in this game, pretty similar, 7 and 6. Very low numbers compared to some of the other matches we've seen at 12 per game. But the speed ups, Jonathan and Adeline were speeding up the ball a lot more. They won a pretty good portion of those, but Zach and Erica actually had a lot more winners. They had 7 winners, 10 total to 6 winners from Jonathan and Adeline. So it'll be interesting kind of what they change, or if I haven't seen many lobs. Obviously, I have 1 lob registered. There might have been 2, but I haven't seen that part of their game yet. So,
does the lobber lob the lobber? Is that a strategy to not lob the lobber?
Erica did 1.
She did 1, but that was the only one.
0-1-1.
I think again, it's about like not giving the other team something to work with, and I think Zach and Erica have done a good job of not giving them the opportunity to hit some of those shots that were working for them in other games.
Yeah, they're super solid at making you really work for every point. Like, nothing's coming easily. You want to get to the line, you got to hit 4 drops to get to the line.
Well, I think Zach's placement and his power and ability to kind of take up the middle puts you on your heels, and then Erica's just, like I said, doesn't give you tons to work with. As she puts one up, that Jonathan puts one up.
But Jonathan had both of them playing mid-court.
He did.
And, well, Jonathan and Adeline. Adeline had a couple cross-court speed-ups at Erica, which didn't allow her to get to the net, and that worked very well into their advantage.
There's a lob. Jonathan got to that.
Oh, my
So well played, though.
Yeah. He just took his time. Ain't nothing but a thing. Very well played by Zach, too, to spread the court
2-0-2.
and utilize Erica's lob.
Point.
I think that's the biggest thing, too. One of the biggest things on her lobs is that
3-0-2.
she does it when it makes sense, so her partner's ready to follow it up.
That's kind of what she was alluding at earlier, too, when she was on the mic.
Yep.
A little bit, that Zach has really good court coverage with them and really uses it to his advantage.
Point.
So another quick lead here for Zach and Erica. They're up 4-0.
4-0-2.
Seeing a little bit of frustration out of Adeline and Jonathan, but there's never a lead too big in pickleball. Those are some heavy balls.
Oh, nearly reset there.
Side out.
Zach is checking the ball a little bit here. Make sure we don't have any cracks as Jonathan is hitting some heavy overheads.
Zero, 4, 1.
All right, so we have a side out. Let's see if they can work on that momentum and score a couple points here.
Point.
Good shot right there. Now that
So just with
dink to the opposite side.
yeah, and just with playing with Adeline a bit,
1, 4, 1.
she resorts a little bit to her forehand drive because it's such a good shot, and I think it's working right now for her. She's targeting Erica, and Erica is
2, 4, 1.
a little jumbled on where to place the ball, I think, and then Jonathan is coming in to slow it down after Adeline gets a.
His soft game is really solid for
Yeah.
how little he's played. But yes, Adeline's forehand drive is a monster of a shot.
It
She can
is.
put some
Oof.
real pace on it.
Second serve.
It's almost like an opposite effect with those two. Like a lot of times, even in like Zach and Erica's case, right? Like Zach is gonna drive the ball, and Erica's gonna kind of come in and reset or clean it up, and they're kind of the opposite. Adeline's gonna sit heavy on that forehand because it's so good, and then Jonathan's gonna reset it and get them up to the line. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, what a point there.
And Zach's favorite shot is the tweener, so he hits a great tweener. And
Clip
then,
that one and put it on Instagram.
Jonathan says, not today, and gives Zach a taste of his own net cord medicine there.
3, 4, 2.
What a point. Oh, okay. Lobs are coming into play, my friends.
That's just a great
Side
shot.
out.
Yeah. And he has such a
deceivingly
good
hard shot to hit.
It is, and
Yeah.
he's really good at it, and
4,
he's also
3,
such
1.
a threat with his overhead that you can't just run in and try to assume he's going to hit that shot.
Well, you talked about
Restate.
utilizing all of the court.
4,
And
3,
so when
1.
you have your opponent push back, to be able to hit that short little cut shot is a real asset.
Second serve.
All right. So
We got a blip of Sherry and Steph sitting down on the court, taking a rest.
Steph's got ice on her foot.
Oh, that's what it
That's
is.
not good.
Yeah, she's had some ankle issues.
She
Okay.
does.
in there.
Oof, that's tough.
4, 3, 2.
But back to the score here. They did even it out after a little bit of a slower start, a 4-0 start, and they scored a couple, but Zach and Adeline get that Zach and Erica get that as Adeline hits it
5,
just
3,
deep.
2.
It is very tempting to say Zach and Adeline all the time.
That's my bad.
Their names kind of just go together, too.
Side out.
Yeah, they have just played together for so long. All right, so we got a side out. Let's see if they can get a couple more. Maybe bring this up
3,
to a
5,
tie
1.
game here. Pulling out the stack with Jonathan on the left.
Second serve.
Adeline misses that third, but did
3,
not
5,
drive
2.
it. I feel like she's been driving her thirds. That was a...
Try to-
Ooh, but see, there's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
play.
Out.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
Yeah.
So a good read by Jonathan, just
5,
like we were
3,
talking
1.
about before, didn't quite convert it. Oh,
Just missed it. That was...
Point.
was that ball going out?
I don't know. But they hit a really good... The serve was really good. It pulled them way wide, and it made it difficult to...
Yeah, he really had to run.
Get back into the position after the switch.
Point.
That's a good drop, making him reach for it.
This would be a good timeout, I think.
7, 3, 1.
Play through it.
Point.
Maybe they're not timeout people. They're
They might
pulling a
not be
Ben Jones
8,
out
3,
here.
1.
I'm a little bit of a stubborn timeout user,
I
so
am
I get
too,
it.
but I've missed a couple returns here.
Yeah, but we're
There
not
it
playing
is.
for $800 either.
Score is 9-3.
All right, so we do see a timeout at 9-3 as Adeline and Jonathan miss a couple returns. And let's see what comes out of this timeout.
Got some stats if you want some.
We got Jeff's got more statistics for us during this break. He's down there penciling away, tally marking away. So Jeff, what do you got?
Well, it's obvious, you know, those last 3 unforced errors and such. It was probably timeout time 3 or 4 points ago, but they actually have over 10 unforced errors right now to Zach and Erica's only 4. So
Oh, wow.
there's not been a lot of winners in this game. Actually, Jonathan and I have 2 of them, and Zach has 1. So it's been a game of errors, and I think they need to clean it up. So
We're at 9-3.
See if they adjust anything out of this timeout.
Coming back.
Second serve.
There's one.
Well, the
speak
timeout
of the
was
unforced
effective.
errors.
Yeah.
9-3-2. Side out.
So I have noticed that Adeline has kind of switched her return to more of a lofty spinning return. She was cutting it really hard in the first game, and now it seems
Wow.
like she is bringing it back.
That's
a
3
little bit.
unforced errors just now from Zach and Erica. So
4-9-1.
Good timeout.
exactly.
Should have called it a couple points ago.
Oh, that almost looked out too.
It was just on the back
What
line.
a get!
Oh, another great cut. Oh.
Wow.
Serve.
Very smart by Zach to take a lot off of that. That was a more sliced overhead than it was a power overhead, and I think it skipped just a little bit more than Jonathan could pick up.
Side out.
Zach's slice return there on his backhand.
So
You can
this
see how
is
much pressure it puts on the third.
match.
9-4-1.
Oh, no, sorry, side out. Oh,
Point.
did that tick the net?
Uh-oh.
So this is for game and match point. here.
Championship point.
Championship point. $800
Money point.
point. Oh, and they
Second serve.
stop one of them. But there is another chance for Erica and Zach here to finish off this game and bring home the
10-4-2.
money.
Great return. And great job by Erica to handle that.
Ooh, that ball sounded like it broke.
Side out.
It does.
That ball sounded like it broke.
He hit that pretty hard.
He's laughing a little bit. And Zach is checking the ball. So amazing point to stop them from getting the match point. Let's see if they can capitalize on that.
Second serve.
The ball serve was
Just
out.
4-10-2. Point.
I get another one. All right.
Sometimes that's the start. You just need the
5-10-2.
See if they can keep it rolling.
just
We
need
want
a
a
little
game
bit
3.
of daylight.
Ooh. Oh, the lobs. The lobs come back into play in a big way here. Let's see if they can keep it rolling or not.
Yeah, that's 2 points.
Oh my goodness, that just skirted the line.
Oh,
Side out.
that would have been a nice one to have. for
That would have been
Jonathan
and it was
Adeline.
there. That one was there. It just hit the
10-6-1.
net. A great
There it is.
point.
Game.
That's the tourney.
Match.
All right, so
Zach
Erica
Chambers.
and Zach will take home the $800. Adeline and Jonathan will take home the $200 second place prize.
I think $100 is still enough for a full-length mirror, right?
I think so.
She'll
I
be
think she
okay.
can bring a
She'll
pretty,
be all right.
solid one
Yeah.
for sure. I think our third place match might have ended in default with an injury. So I think Sherry and Thomas would take that.
Got third.
If Steph was the one that was injured, yeah.
Yep.
So
And
shout out to them for coming up here to play.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what mirror Zach buys.
As you can see, Miss Erica is all smiles, saying hi to her fans. That is her husband there, and her kiddo is over there.
The Benton kids starting to get real good at pickleball themselves.
They are. They have a great teacher.
Taking over the
So
family
we will
business.
head down to main court here in a minute, and Pat will be interviewing Zach and Erica as they have won the big money and got themselves a automatic entry into the championship mixed event in April, which will be for the $3,000 pot. So that is also very exciting on top of winning. And Zach has has been in the finals in 2 events now.
Yes,
So that's exciting for him too. Been playing some really good pickleball out here lately. Yeah. Exciting. All right, we're going to head down to Pat here. Pickleball Pat, take it away.
Take it away, Pat.
I'm here with Erica and Zach, our champions. Congratulations, y'all. That was an amazing match. Yeah. Erica, your finesse game has just been ice cold tonight. But I think in the first game here of the finals, we saw you bring a bit more offense, pull a few shots out. Was that the game plan coming in, or was it just kind of a heat of the moment decision there?
No, that wasn't the game plan at all. It was supposed to be slowing it down and dinking. And Adeline's roll, like her aggressive return, just makes me want to blast the ball. So it's kind of a get out of trouble shot more than a offensive idea.
Yeah, well, it worked great for you. And speaking of offense, Zach Chambers, man, you hit that ball so hard. You were everywhere. It seemed like you just could barely miss tonight. It was. I'm just so impressed. I think your contact among players here is second to none, honestly. But Jonathan could be giving you a run for your money soon there in terms of hitting the ball hard. He was cracking those shots. So, yeah, how does it feel to come out there and just dominate with these hard shots? The quality of your returns were just so amazing. You hit these deep slices to the back of the court. So, yeah, how does it feel to be the champion here today?
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. Really happy to play out here. Thank you for the facility All In for putting this on. But I think we both knew going into it they had a lot of power from their side, and I knew I wanted to kind of start it. I don't want to wait for them to initiate. So getting out there first and kind of dictating on my terms is kind of what I wanted to do. And fortunately for us, it worked well. So.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, yeah, good luck on the house down payment. I hope it works out for you, and hope to see you guys in another tournament here. Yeah, congratulations again. All right, we'll take it back to Alan and Tori in the booth here.
Yeah, and we will actually take it down to Jeff as well. Final stats, Jeff, what do you got for us to wrap up this night with?
Final stats, not much different than the mid-game stats, but we did see a comeback from Jonathan Adeline. Forced a number of errors, actually, after that timeout. If they would have taken a little earlier, it might have paid out for them. But we had total unforced errors for Jonathan Adeline of 12. 9 for Zach and Erica, and most of those were in the last 5 minutes of that game. So winners, there weren't a lot of winners. The game slowed down. It was a lot more neutral game. Little cat and mouse stuff. They each had 3 winners per team. Speed ups, really, there weren't a lot of speed ups. I mean, we had some drives from the baseline, like we talked about from Adeline. She has that driving return, which kind of sparked Erica to respond to it. But just the game really ended with who made the most errors in that game, I think. Lobs were tied 5-6. But we did see a number of those. So even a few lobs to the big guy, Zach. So I don't think I would be courageous enough to do that too often. So.
I think she got him on it a couple times.
Yeah.
Well,
but that's it. It's been a pleasure kind of sitting courtside and monitoring some of this and seeing this action. This is just unbelievable here at All In Pickleball Gym. It's nice to have an office here and see this type of play a lot during the day when these guys are up here playing on a regular basis. But this has been a great night. Glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, we appreciate you keeping us
Jeff.
updated on the numbers and giving us another insight to the game. Tori, another great week working with you on this.
Yeah, so fun. Thanks for joining me in the booth, and we want to thank Pat for doing all the great live interviews down on the court side. So thank you, Pat, for that.
My pleasure. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Oh, is Mike still live? We didn't know. No, I'm kidding.
We're kidding, Matt. We're kidding. Well, thank you all for joining in to our second episode of Thursday Premiere Night at All in Pickleball Gym, sponsored by Elders Helpers. We will be back in a few weeks again for our next event, so stay tuned on Facebook. I think is the best way to see when the next event will be and who is playing. And as always, it is free to come and watch, and we love to have people here. But thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. If you can't be here, I am Tori. I had a great job. Or I did a great job.
You did have a
great
job.
I did a great job.
You did a great job.
I had so much fun broadcasting for you guys tonight, and thank you so much, Alan.
You said it all. I also had a great job. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Elders Helpers and Engage Pickleball love the fun we have and the friends we make playing and teaching this great game of pickleball. We proudly sponsor the Beer City Open, an APP event in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We welcome all participants and spectators. At Elders Helpers, we say, live on your own with a helper in your home.
Welcome to All In Pickleball Gym, the first dedicated indoor pickleball facility in Grand Rapids, featuring 5 full-sized indoor courts and 2 trainer courts that feature a professional outdoor pickleball surface. 16-foot full enclosed ball containment nets on every court will ensure that you will never have to yell "ball" again. Looking to level up your game? Join any one of our leagues, drill sessions, or training clinics scheduled throughout the week. Industry lighting, online booking, key code access, custom training courts, and players lounge are just a few of the amazing things about All In Pickleball Gym. Come check out our facility in Byron Center, Michigan at 400 76th Street, Byron Center, or visit our website at allinpickleballgym.com. All In Pickleball Gym is the idea host for competitive pickleball events. We are the nation's preeminent indoor court facility, full video editing and live streaming services. Our in-house editing and live stream broadcast capabilities set us apart from all other pickleball host venues. Contact us at support@allinpickleballgym.com to learn more about our minor league team affiliation opportunity.